Oh, and live. Give me 2 seconds here. Click on go live. Give me 2 seconds, guys. We are getting everything sorted. I think we are on. Hey, guys, how you going? So today on BKR Sport, we are here as the Manly Seagulls will be taking on the New Zealand Warriors in a pretty interesting clash, actually. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm actually really looking forward to both games today of rugby league, despite the fact that it's obviously not primo massive teams like, your Panthers or your Rabbitohs or your Storm or teams like this. We've got a couple of teams around that 8 that are pushing for the 8, where Manly, obviously, they started off pretty poorly this year, and now they're making a massive series push despite losing to the Panthers last week, and weren't disgraced last week, but, they did still obviously lose last week to the Panthers. And the Warriors, on the other hand, they just haven't been that great, but they are still around that 8, and they are still trying to push. They did come off a win last week against the Cowboys, but it was a little bit dodgy. It was a little bit of a dodgy one there. But look, it's going to be interesting today. I think that, I think Manly probably do win. As a Titans fan, obviously, I would prefer Manly to win too, because I don't believe they can jump us. I think Warriors do go back above us if they get the win today. So for me, I'm personally going for Manly and the Dogs in today's games. But look, I think Manly do win. I think that being back at Brookvale, a lot of the land, I don't give a shit. I don't care what the stadium sponsor's name is. It's Brookvale to me, right? But, being back at Brookie, they haven't won in a long time at Brookvale. I don't believe they've won this year at home. I think last year was probably the last time that they have won at home. And, it's a long time between drinks. So, surely they win today. Surely they do. But let me know in the chat, guys. What's your thoughts? Do you think Manly win? Do you think the Warriors win? And what do you reckon the score's going to be? I'm going to go Manly. And you know what? I'm going to go by about 6 points. I'm going to go 26-20. I think both teams can score here. I don't think both teams really can defend as much. I'll go 26-20 to Manly. I think that, obviously, they've got Trebojevic back for this game. They did beat the Warriors about 3-4 weeks ago at Central Coast against the Warriors to actually start the to start the winning record they have in recent weeks. They won 13-12 in that game with a field goal. So maybe something similar. I'm going to say Manly, and I'm going to say 26-20. Brendan Trasinski says, when you're doing baseball live streams, when I'm not working, when I can make this a full-time career, I can get back into baseball streams. But for the time being, obviously, I do have stuff I work like during the weekdays. Dingo says, no, why'd you shave Blaze? The beard was legendary. No, I got rid of it because it was for a skit that you'll see on tomorrow's vlog. On the Titans versus Tigers vlog that will come out at 5 p.m. tomorrow, guys. You will see why I got rid of the beard. It was all a part of it. Jordan says, I really want to watch this game, but I don't have KO. Well, that's what I'm watching on KO, but if you can't obviously watch the game, that's why you're here, and you'll be able to hear and listen to exactly what's going on in the game. But guys, we've got about 3 minutes to go until the game gets started. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here, and get ready for a big one. Dingo says, last week at Brookie was round 10, 2020 against the Eels. That's right, because that was the return match after the dodgy game, the dodgy little Eels game. And by the way, we've got a really dodgy Eels fan on this channel who was defending Dylan Brown the other day. Holy shit. Most Eels fans are like, oh yeah, no, Dylan Brown, that was a bit dodgy. But there's one Eels fan on this channel who's just an idiot, straight up. Bailey Fuller says, Manly 18, Warriors 12. You're a Warriors fan, Bailey. You should be backing in your damn well team. What are you doing, Bailey? Back in your damn well Warriors, boys. But the Warriors team today, guys, 2 of us are Sheck, Kosi, and Mamalo as the wingers with Pompey and Berry in the centres. Harris DeVito with NRL in the halves. Tanoa Brown and Evans as the front row forwards. Egan as a hooker with Curran, Sirenan, and Harris as their back rowers. Connor Kirkland says, hi, Blaze. Hello, mate. How you doing? Jay Dorso says, did you just hear the Reds won or you watched it? I watched the end of it. Obviously, I was driving back from Campbelltown at the time. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to watch the full game because that game was also on during parts of a little bit of the Titans game versus the Tigers. But yeah, I got to watch the last probably 15, 20 minutes of it. So it was very, very good. I liked that. I loved it. But here we go. Manly are running out to the field here, guys. Let's go. Come on, guys. 6 likes away from 30. Let's get there before the game starts. Let's do it. Golden Holden says, Blaze, how funny would it be if Manly knocked out Power in the finals? That'd be brilliant, but Manly aren't even in the finals yet, and there's no guarantee they make the finals. So they're a team that are obviously around that area, but they would need a lot to go their way as well, because they're not going to obviously be a top 4 team. Parramatta probably finish 4th. That means that Parramatta would have to lose their first game, which will probably be the Panthers. Manly would have to win they'd have to come 8th and win. I think they'd have to come 8th and win their first week game to be able to play Parramatta in that game. So there you go. But anyway, guys, here we go. So the game has started, and Warriors will start with the ball. So good stuff. We hit 30 likes. I didn't actually kind of thought we would do that. Oscar Hetherington says, should have streamed last night's Cowboys game. Well, I went to the Titans game. That's why I couldn't do it. Great watch and good to see the 4X trophy and the best Queensland team again. Yeah, obviously, I tipped the Cowboys. I thought, you guys know this. I did my tipping video on Tuesday, which will come out again on Tuesday as well, guys. Done pretty well this week. The only game I think I got wrong so far was the Roosters game. Besides that, oh no, the Raiders, geez, they're up 16-0 at half time. What the hell are they doing? 4th tackle here for the Warriors. They're 45 metres out from their own line here. I just washed my face just before I jump on stream. It refreshes me, and I've just got water all over my face. I don't know what's going on here. Ann Brown says, who is winning BKR? There is 0-0 right now because we're only 50 seconds into the game, but I'm taking Manly to win, and I'm taking them in a close one. So Manly will get the ball here about 10 minutes out from their own line. Jay Dawson says, Reds won 5 minutes after the siren. You can't tell me I didn't watch the game. It's in rugby union. Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, I'm aware. I know what happened, man. I told you. I watched the game as I was coming back. So there we go. I think I should probably make this a little bit brighter, this filter here. Hold on one second here. Let me get rid of this. Let's put none on there. I don't know what's going on here. It looks really dark. I don't know. It is what it is. Alrighty, so 0-0 here, 38. Oh, here we go. Manly down the left-hand side. Oh, they're going to lose the ball. Warriors are going to get the ball here in a nice little area. They're going to get the ball in a nice little area. Brent, since he says, oh, I thought you meant the baseball Reds. No, we're talking about rugby union, man. The Queensland Reds last night beat the Brumbies to win the Super Rugby Australian Conference. But we will be doing Super Rugby streams as of next week, guys, with the Trans-Tasman. Renee Lennis, please don't spam. You're going to get timed out. Sorry, but you can't be spamming here. Oscar Hetherington says the Roosters were unlucky, to be fair. Abso-goddamn-lutely they were. They should have had the Eels should have had a man in the bin, but... it is what it is. Dasmate says Turbo should win this. Well, the Warriors are on the attack here. The Warriors are going to have a nice little attack to start off this game. So 2 minutes in here, and the Warriors are 30 metres out here from the line. Jody O'Brien says, what do you think the final score will be? I'm going 26-22 Manly. But the Warriors here starting off pretty well, 20 metres out, second tackle. See, the thing is, the Warriors are a decent-ish team. They're not a good team, they're not a bad team, they're a decent-ish team. They probably should be making the 8 this year, especially with all the confusion around teams in the 8. I don't think the Dragons make it. I think, yes, they're in 6th right now, but I don't really care. They're not that good. There's no guarantee they even beat the Dogs today. Here we go, chance here for the Warriors. Third tackle underneath. Easy try. The defence from Manly was shocking. That is a disgustingly... Don't you dare hype up the Warriors that. That is the easiest try I could nearly have ever seen. That is just disgusting defence from Manly. That was horrific defence from Manly. What is this? Nicarima out to the left-hand side, cuts back in, just slowly running. Is that Jake Trbojevic there? Jake Trbojevic with some of the worst defensive play I've honestly seen. Jake Trbojevic! What on earth was that? So Jake Trbojevic just let that's Jake Trbojevich's fault there. That is his defensive play. That is his defensive play. And he messed it up. So the Warriors score here under the post. It's going to be 6-0 to the Warriors. It's going to be 6-0 to the Warriors. So, wow. Oscar Harrington says, Nicarima is in my super coach. Nicarima is not that great, but it's a pass to Harris Davida. The halves working together. And Harris Davida in his first game back will score a try and hit the post within the first 3 minutes. But, geez, from how Manly defended last week against the Panthers to how they just defended that first 5 minutes, I'm really kind of confused here. Dasmate says Jake is a good defender normally. Jake is one of the best locks in the game. I think that I think his game has really fallen back to what it used to be due to the fact that the game has edged away from his style of play. But, in the same sense, he's still one of the primo locks, and I just don't understand how you could get that so wrong there. He got that very, very wrong. But Nicarima there gets it to Harris Davida and an easy try there. I'm actually in shock at how bad that was. Alrighty, so let me just get this into a big screen. And here we go, 4 minutes in. Have Manly even touched the ball yet? I don't even know. I don't even think Manly have touched the ball, no. Have they touched the ball? I'm all over it right now. Is Reece Walsh not starting? Reece Walsh isn't even starting here for the Warriors. That's interesting. He's been very good to start this season. Obviously, he didn't start the very, very earlier games, but ever since he has been starting, he's been looking good. But to ask Shek here, gets that ball off, and the Warriors, 15 minutes out from their own line. Dasmate says they haven't. Yeah, there you go. They haven't. Because that's right, because the Warriors got a penalty, didn't they? Or something happened that got them the ball again. No, Manly did touch it, but they threw the ball over the sideline. That's right. They did have it, but the ball got thrown over the sideline. So the Warriors here, 30 minutes out from their own line. Left-hand side, and Mamalo will get taken down about 40 metres out here. That's the best kind of thing you could be asking for if you're a Warriors fan, though. Especially after last week, obviously, they had a fantastic first half against the Cowboys. Fell apart in the second half, but still held out for the win. Oh, here we go. Chance for the Warriors. Good pass, but he's going to get taken down, chopped down 33 metres out here from the Manly line. They just need to know that this is a game of two halves rather than last week, because last week they obviously, like I said, capitulated that second half. But here we go. What are they doing here? What are the Manly Seagulls doing? Oh, he's going to be taken down here. It's going to be still backwards. It's still backwards here. No, it's going to be a knock on then. It's going to be a knock on there. So, Manly will get the ball here, about 30 metres out from their own line. I don't know what's going on here with Manly. They look shocking in this opening 5 minutes. Like, they look like that team in the first 3 rounds this opening 5 minutes, but it is still only 6-0, so it doesn't really matter, but a long way to go. Noah says, Siren, what you're doing? Manly, what you're doing? Realistically, man. Manly, what you're doing? They are looking shocking early days. But like I said, early days. Payne says Dragons vs Bulldogs. I reckon Bulldogs have got it in them. I would love the Dogs to win. Oh, jeez, Manly nearly knocked that ball on there. So third tackle here inside the attacking half, Morgan Harper. I would love the Dogs to win. I don't think they do. But the Dragons are pretty bad. But I think the Dragons still win that game, yeah. But if you're going to go and upset this week, you may as well go that one. You know what I'm saying? Trebojevic here gets it out to 4 and 4 and here gets it out to Trebojevic, and Trebojevic chopped down. Nice tackle there to stop that little attacking play getting going. So fifth tackle here for Manly, 35 metres out here from the line, right-hand side. Gives it off to 4 and puts it up. Big high kick. Here we go. Look at the left-hand winger flying through. Two of us are with a good catch there. Very safe take. And I will say this about the Tigers yesterday. Besides Sydney, who started off very, very, very poorly, they were pretty safe under the high ball at the back. Melvin says, did you see Canelo win? No, I haven't unfortunately been able to because I've been editing the vlog from yesterday. So I didn't get to see that fight. Payne says, what do you think of the Knights vs Raiders game? I didn't get to watch it. I was driving out to Campbelltown at the time for the Titans-Tigers game. But I saw the highlights of it, and it's really not surprising. You know, I tipped the Raiders 13+ in my tipping, but I also said, you know, this team is just shocking right now, and they honestly hate their coach. I think that they want to get rid of Ricky Stewart. I think it's pretty blatant right now. You know, the Tarpany wife situation was kind of the wife speaking on behalf of the players, realistically, but they're not going to admit that. She's not going to admit that. He's not going to admit that. No one's going to admit that. Ricky's going to pretend like everything's okay. They're just not doing well, but 5 games in a row, it's not just not doing well. It's shocking. It is ridiculous for a top 4 potential team. This team obviously came top 4 last year, top 5, whatever it was. I think they came 5th and the Sharks came 8th, so yeah, that's right. So Raiders came 5th. But they have the ability to be 4th, and they're not even in the 8 right now, and won't be in the 8 for another week. But here we go, 40-20 attempt from Cherry Evans. It's going to be 40-20. That's a great kick. That's a great kick from Cherry Evans. That is a great kick from Cherry Evans. So 40-20 there, and they're going to get into a nice attacking little piece here. Dasmate says, do you think the Raiders make the 8? I don't know at this point. I think I can't write them off. I can't write them off, but in the same sense, I genuinely believe their players want Ricky Stewart out. Now, the players aren't not trying, but their head's not in it, and they don't have the passion to win it for the coach, which is what you can see with a lot of other teams. They do have the passion to win it for the coach. Look at the Tigers last week, for example. Oh, Trebojevic here. He's going to make up for his bloody play. Jeez, his defensive play for that first try. But Manly here, right inside. Easy try. Tommy Trebojevic. Boom! The defense is just as bad for the Warriors, and it's 6-6. He's 6-6. That's a very, very poor defensive play there from the Warriors as well. 2 very bad defensive plays from both teams to start off this game to make it 6-4 here with a kick to come to Manly, but they'll make it 6-6 right underneath the post. Sim Warren says, Newcastle Jets at Sydney FC draw yesterday. Yeah, no, I saw that. Oscar Hetherington says, Turbo in my Supercoach. Yeah, well, that's pretty expected. Most people should have Turbo in their Supercoach considering how he is with Manly. But Jordan says it's Turbo time. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, it's like anyone probably could have scored that, but yes, Turbo's obviously in that position, and that defense was just weak, man. That defense was really, really weak there. So easy try there for Manly, just like it was an easy try there for the Warriors, and this is looking like a high scorer. So I'm pretty happy with my 26-20 prediction for Manly. But there we go. Jai says, hi, hello, mate. How you doing? So Tommy Trebojevic versus the Warriors, 8 games and 8 tries. He scored 8 tries in 8 games. Wowchee mama. But they need that. So 9 minutes in here, guys. 9 minutes in. And it is going to be 6-6. And that all comes off the back of that Cherry Evans 40-20, mind you. Like, it's all well and good that Manly scored the try and Trebojevic got the points. But Daly Cherry Evans set that up with that 40-20 to get them into a nice little attacking position. So Ruben Garrick here to convert the try. Noah Sixers, I got Warriors winning, but won't be surprised if Manly win. Really? I've got Manly winning this. I wouldn't be surprised if Warriors win, but I've got Manly winning this. They definitely, well, they were favourites, and deservedly so, considering that, besides last week where they lost to the Panthers, like they still looked okay against the Panthers. They didn't get disgraced. They didn't look terrible. Defensively, they were sound. The Panthers still won relatively convincingly, in my opinion. I know the scoreline didn't suggest that necessarily, but they won it relatively convincingly. The Panthers. But besides that, before that, Manly were, killing teams. And they went on a 3-game win streak. And one of those 3-game win streak was against the Warriors, which started the 3-game win streak. So that's why I've got Manly winning this, and I've got them in a tight one. But I do think it's a high-scoring one because both teams aren't exactly the greatest defensive teams. Liam Fallon says, hi, hello, mate. How you doing? So 10 minutes in here, guys, and it's first tackle for Manly. 20 minutes out. 6-6 is the score. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. And subscribe if you're new around here because we will be doing the game right after this as well. The Dragons versus the Doggies. Jim Jones says, we need Turbo at his best every game to have any chance of winning. I disagree. I think you need Turbo out there. I don't necessarily believe it is Turbo's quality overall that gets the wins to Manly. I think Turbo just needs to be out there and the Manly players believe they can win. Obviously, ideally, you want him playing. Hold on one second. They're falling out to the left-hand side here. This defense from the Warriors is shocking. Here we go. Chance here. Parker taking down 30 minutes out. Fifth tackle here for Manly. I think that, honestly, just the mental benefits. Hold on one second here. Up it goes. Schuster comes through. Oh, whose ball's this? What's happened here? Knock on, knock back. What's going on here? I guess a Manly knock on here. I think Schuster's saying that to check this. They're going to challenge this. Manly going to challenge this. So Schuster runs through there. That's a block off anyway. That's two of us a check knock on. And also, there's blockage there. Like, that's absolutely a penalty or a knock-on. Manly get this ball either way here. It's either a penalty for a clear block-off, a clear shoulder-off, or it's a knock-on and the Manly Seagulls get the ball 10 metres out from the line. Freddie says, did the Eels posters come yet? No, man, probably Monday or Tuesday. It'll be coming. Ooh. Hold on a second here. This is difficult. This, I don't know what's going on. So this doesn't touch Schuster until after two of us shit comes through. But there's obviously two lines here that block off Schuster. Nick Arima's clearly in his way, and so is the other player on his left-hand side. And two of us check knocks the ball on. Huh? It has to be Roger two of us check knock on. It has to be two of us check that knocks the ball on here. What are they talking about? They're not giving the ball to Warriors here. This can't be Warriors' ball. Don't you do it again, Bunker. Don't you buddy bullshit this again. Don't you bullshit this again, Bunker. So that's go up, and that's knocked off from Tavasashek. It's clear. It's blatant. Yep, so it will be a knock on it. So Manly will get the ball. Renee says if Dragons lose, Bulldogs will go 15 and Tigers 16. Oh yeah, fair enough. Jeez, wouldn't surprise me though. But the more kind of pivotal thing in regards to that is the Titans will go to 6th. But I want Manly and the Dogs to win today. That's what I want. That's all I want as a Titans fan. It's not too much to ask. It is kind of a lot to ask with the Dogs, but it's not too much. Maybe we'll be right. Saucy Thumbbar says, yo, hello, champione. Noah 6 says it's going to be a scrum. Yeah, we'll be a scrum here to Manly, 10 minutes out here from the line, so Manly have a good old chance here, 11 minutes into the game, to take the lead here for the first time and go up 10-6, maybe 12-6, see how they go. But Kieran Foran here, got Cherry Evans on his right-hand side, got Tommy Trebojevic on his left-hand side. Which way is he going to go? He gets it out of the right-hand side here. Cherry Evans underneath, gets it off. Oh my God, it's a big run. Gets the offload away. Cherry Evans here going himself. 10 meters out, passes the ball off here, and it's going to be... Oh my God, they're still going here. Can't be taken down. 5 meters short here from the line. So first tackle here for Manly, 5 meters out. Left-hand side they go. Gets it back to Foran. Foran here. Foran finds Trebojevic out to the wing. And Garrick taken down. Good defense there from the Warriors to stop that one. So second tackle here for Manly. 3 meters short from the line. Foran, right-hand side, gets it off to Croker. Croker to Trebojevic, and Trebojevic will get taken down 10 meters out. That's Jake. Darnell says, I've tipped the Tigers to win against the Titans, but it didn't happen. Yeah, well, that's a stupid tip. Third tackle here for Manly, and they're 10 meters out. 5 meters out now, fourth tackle. So Croker here, looking left, looking right. He's going right. He's going Cherry Evans. Easy try coming out right-hand side if he gets it out quickly. Trebojevic still going here. Trebojevic for a double. He's got it. It's a try. Tommy Trebojevic has got a double already. Tommy Trebojevic with a double already, and that was terrible defense from the Warriors again. But great attack there from Tommy Trbojevic, and he's killing it already. You know, he saw Josh Adokar have a night for a record on Thursday night. And now he's like, you know what? Let's go and have a crack and see if we can get the record too. So that's 2 tries to Tommy Trbojevic in the first 12 minutes here. And Manly do take the lead 10-6 here with a kick to come. And geez, this Warriors defense is atrocious. Seven Warren says, yes, won in New South Wales Cup. Jordan says, turbo time. Frenchie, why do you keep asking what phone I have? Cricket Jack says, Bulldogs need to win by 53 to go to 15th. 53? Well, that's not happening, but I don't care about that. I just want them to win by 4 or 5, because then we go to 6. Yeah, now we're talking. But yeah, 4 in there. Gets that out to, oh no, we're looking at here. Why are we looking all the way out to this side? Why are we looking at this side? I want to go back and have a look at the try, please. I don't want to go have a look at the no try that was over there. What are you doing? Molly Jack says, Daz, mate, hell no. Darnell says, maybe I should unsubscribe. Do me one, man. I don't know why you're crying. Chad says, Turbo is so good. Jim Jones says, Turbo, Tom, too good. He is just too damn well good, Tommy Trbojevic. So it's his 11th NRL double here. Gee whiz, he's having a game already. And this is what we're saying, guys. Like, he's having a quality game. This is kind of not what I was saying before, but when he's having a quality game, they're going to win regardless. But I just don't believe that Tommy Trbojevic having a quality game is necessarily the only reason why Manly win when he's back. I think he's just a real good mental aspect of their game. Ashton now says Sharks are coming last this year. No, they're not. They're coming probably 13th, 12th. I think they would have probably pushed for that 8 if they kept Johnny Morris, but they wouldn't have done anything in the 8, but they would have pushed for it at least. But yeah, they're obviously looking absolutely shocking right now. And mind you, they have played the Storm and they have played the Panthers in 2 weeks. That's the number 1 and the number 2 damn well team of the competition. Don't talk to me about Parramatta. You know, the number 1 and number 2 teams of the competition is the Melbourne Storm and the Panthers. Other way around, sorry. Panthers and the Storm. The Sharks have played both those teams in the last 2 weeks successively, right? And they've lost by big both times. But the Sharks will beat most of the teams below them, like the Dogs, the Tigers. The Dogs beat them, mind you, actually. So that's a thing. But in the same sense, majority, I'd say not 8 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, the Sharks do beat the Dogs. But it was just that one game, didn't go right. Dogs got a win. Cool. Congratulations. But I think the Sharks are still better than the majority of the teams down the bottom of the table. So they're probably going to come, 12th, 11th. But no, I don't believe that they're making the 8. They're definitely not coming last. Anyone who thinks the Sharks coming last, you're just being unrealistic. The Sharks don't have that bad of a team. They've actually got a pretty good team. But unfortunately, they made a bad decision in regards to getting rid of their coach too early. Especially with a new coach coming in next year who isn't experienced at all. Craig Fitzgibbon is an assistant coach. He's a defensive coach of the Roosters, not even a main coach. So it's a very interesting decision-making process for the Sharks. But, they're not coming last at all. They're nowhere near as bad as the Dogs, the Tigers, Broncos, all those kind of teams down there. Oh, nearly knock on there for Manly. 4 tackle here. Morgan Harper with the ball gets out to 40 metres out from the Warriors line. Reece Dumlin says Titans don't go to 6th if the Warriors win. No one said the Titans go to 6th if the Warriors win. This game has absolutely no impact on the Titans moving up the table. This game only has impact if the Warriors win. The Titans go down to 8th. 7th, and then the Dragons versus Bulldogs. I couldn't care less, though. But the Warriors aren't winning this game. The Warriors aren't winning this game. Their defense is shocking, and their attack isn't that great, and I think Manly do win this game. I don't know where you got that one from. Sally Wood says they lost against the Dogs in their own home ground. Well, no, Cogger is not their home ground. Shark Park is their home ground. It's all well and good that it's technically their home ground, but it's not really. It's just not. So I don't really class the Sharks having any home games at all over the next 2 years either, because I'm pretty sure Shark Park's not finished until 2 years away. Like, if you go past it now, it's not too far from where I am. It is just a rabble. There's a long way before Sharks get a home game. Fifth tackle here for the Warriors. They're 45 metres out from their own line. But that was just one game the Dogs were able to snake that one. And the Sharks had plenty of opportunities, but they just kept dropping the ball. And that was around that time when Morris was going to get sacked. And there was a lot of shit going down. So I think 8, 9 times out of 10 the Sharks win that game against the Dogs. But it was just that one lucky time the Dogs snuck that victory. Callum Hardy says the Cows are 10th. They are. They're doing all right now, the Cows. They're doing all right. They haven't played anyone of note. They haven't played anybody of note, but they're doing all right now, the old Cows. 4 out of 5 out of the last games. And, I think realistically, they're looking to push for the 8. They're not going to make the 8, though. They've played nobodies. But right-hand side here, Cherry Evans gets 50 minutes out. And don't talk about the Raiders, because the Raiders they're a rabble right now. The Raiders are in a situation and a half, but that's going to be a knock on there against Cherry Evans. And the Warriors will get the ball here at the halfway point. Jody O'Brien says, which 8 teams make the top 8? I'm going to go right off this very second. I'm going to go Panthers, Storm, Rabbitohs, Eels, Roosters, Titans, probably Manly, and I'll probably go Warriors. That's who I'll go. No, I'm still going Raiders, sorry. No. I'm jumping Warriors out. I'll go Raiders. I'll go Titans, Manly, and the Raiders for the 3 spots that are interesting. The 3 spots that are interesting are 6, 7, and 8. No one cares about the top 5 because everyone knows that Roosters, Eels, Storm, Panthers, and Rabbitohs are going to make it. So I'm going any order, Titans, Manly, and the Raiders for those other 3 spots. But 2 of us are check here down the right-hand side. 45 minutes out here from the Manly line. Tasman says, surely the Raiders win next week. Yeah, but like that's the thing, man. Like, surely they won this week against the Knights. They're up 16-0 at halftime and lost. They lost. They're up 16-0 at halftime and lost. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not backing jack shit with the Raiders. Oh, that was close before pass. The Warriors here on the attack. 3rd tackle here. 24 minutes out here from the Manly line. The beautiful thing for me is that no matter what, the Titans can't miss the 8 this week. So, we're still in the 8. Despite, even if Warriors win and Dragons win, we still stay in 8th. So, 4th tackle here, but then again, we play the Panthers next week with no David Feeder. More than likely, try here for the Warriors. Underneath the post, basically. So, Harris. And that's going to be 12-10. And, geez, this defense in this game from both these teams is shocking. Shocking. So, Tohu Harris said that was a better try than before, though. That was a better try than before. Tohu Harris is a very strong guy. And, obviously, you know, that wasn't as bad as before. But, you know, Tohu Harris just runs through the line very easily there. And good night, Irene. Calvin Hardy says 24-6 against the Cowboys and they still lost. Yeah, exactly right as well. The old Raiders. Aussie Dingo says, hey, BK, are you going to Magic Round Titans vs Panthers? Not too sure yet, man. I'll decide probably on Friday. I'm not too sure. We'll see how we go. But I definitely will be streaming it regardless. But, yeah, maybe. We'll see how we go. Ashton Ellis says, Sharks need Craig Bellamy desperately. Ashton, you have signed Craig Fitzgibbon. You are not getting Craig Bellamy. You have signed Craig Fitzgibbon. It is a fact that you are not getting Craig Bellamy. How many times do you have to hear this on these streams? You have not got Craig Bellamy. You have signed Craig Fitzgibbon. Stop talking about Bellamy. Like, you haven't signed him. He's not signing with you. You've already got a coach for next year. Like, how many times do we have to say this? Noah Sixers, why did Brownie put Tohu in lot as a reason why he got 2nd row of the year alongside with Kickout? He's a very good lock, though, in my opinion. But in the same sense, I understand why you have your complaints. Ashton Allen says, I know what we need it, but you're not getting him. So what's the point? Reese Dumbledore says, have you posted the Titans video yet? As you can see in the pinned comment, Tigers Titans vlog comes out tomorrow at 5 p.m. It will have parts of the Manly vlog. It'll have parts of the Rabbitohs vlog. It'll have parts of the Broncos stream from last week. So we've got a bit of a mixture in that vlog, but it's a good one. I had a very good time yesterday at Campbelltown. So 12-12 here is the score. 21 minutes to go here the first half. Lachlan Hampton says, thoughts on Xavier Coates coming to Storm? I think it's very good. I think it's very good for the Storm. I don't rate him anywhere near as highly as people do. However, going to Craig Bellamy and going to the Storm, holy shit. Like, he'll become one of the best in the game. I don't rate him now because he's playing at the Broncos, and I don't believe the Broncos have a good system at the moment to build up their youth, and that's why David Feeder left, that's why Reece Walsh left, that's why a lot of players are leaving. Dearden left. Obviously, you've now got Xavier Coates leaving. It wouldn't surprise me. I know Tony Staggs obviously stayed, but that's a waste realistically, and I don't believe he'll last his whole contract there. We all know what contracts are worth these days, so look, I don't think that the Broncos are the youth team of the league anymore, put it that way. So Xavier Coates coming through that system, unfortunately, I don't think he would have been able to reach his potential, which is good. It is good, but with the Storm, I think he can be one of the best in the game. I think he can just straight up be one of the best in the game, especially considering Addo-Carr's taken Addo-Car's spot. He's got Justin Olam on his inside. Like, who's he got? Farnworth or whoever's on the inside? Broncos? Like, who do you want? Farnworth or Justin Olam? I'm taking Justin Olam 10 times out of 10. Renee says, South signed Craig Bellamy. No, South did not sign Craig Bellamy. Oh, yes, it's greetings from Zinquitos in Greece at the Dragons. Good luck today, my man. You're in the game after this. Aiden Harker says, as a Storm fan, I'm surprised we signed Coates. We usually just develop players, but keen to see how he goes in that system. He is a development player. Yes, he played Queensland, but in the same sense, he's still a development player. He's still very young. Yeah, it's like David Feeder. David Feeder's still a development player. That's going to be a high tackle here, apparently. Oh, a bit of a crusher there. So it will be a penalty here to the Warriors. And they're going to be back on the attack here. So the Warriors are going to be in a nice little position. Renee Lina says, yes, they had him in 2014. Craig Bellamy was not at the Rabbitohs in 2014. What? Craig Bellamy's been the coach of the Storm for like, buddy, 15, 20 years. How long has he been the coach actually for the Storm? What is it, 15 years now? No, longer than that. Jeez, it's 2021. That would have been 2006. He was in the grand final that year. How long has Craig Bellamy been there? 20 years now? Aiden Nahaga says, actually, I think he was on our development team up in East. Who? Come over and says, hello. Renee, you don't know what you're talking about if you think that Craig Bellamy was with the Rabbitohs in 2014. Like, you literally don't know what you're talking about if you think the Rabbitohs had Craig Bellamy in 2014. Carl says, Xavier coach should say the Broncos. No, he shouldn't. Broncos are a rabble. They're still in a rabble. They lost a game. They probably should have won last night. They are shocking. They win one game and they think they're world beaters. They win one game against one of the worst defensive teams in the comp. Hold on one second here. Warriors here, right-hand side. One game against one of the worst defensive teams in the comp in the Titans, and they think they're world beaters. Like, forgetting that they lost them like 4 weeks ago and are still in the bottom 4. That's the Broncos for you. If I'm Xavier Coates, if I'm David Fafita, if I'm Reece Walsh, I want to get out of that rabble of the club as well. Third tackle here for the Warriors. 15 minutes out, right-hand side. 2 of us a check. Oh, has he kicked that or he touched that with his hand? He has touched that with his hand. So unfortunately, we'll be a knock on here for the Warriors. 20 minutes into the game. Hit that thumbs up button if you have not already, guys. And subscribe if you're new around here. We're on our grind to 10,000 subscribers, where I'll be giving away an NRL jersey to one of you guys. So if you're not subscribed, buddy, subscribe. Come over and says, what's this? I just came in and Craig Bellamy was the Rabbitohs. Craig Bellamy was not at the Rabbitohs in 2014. Renee's saying Craig Bellamy was at the Rabbitohs in 2014. You do realise Craig Bellamy has been a coach of the Melbourne Storm for literally like 20 years. Like, what are you talking about? Scotty Burns says, Tino and Fafita are the best forward duo in my opinion, and I go for Melbourne. Yes. There's a lot of work to be done with Tino and Fafita, though. I love David. I love Tino. They're both great guys. I obviously know them off the field. They're Tino I spoke to last night as well, and a little bit to David. He wasn't on the vlog, though. But there's still a lot of work to be done there. They're still young. They're still inexperienced. There's still a long way to go. And that's what this year is for the Titans. That's what this year is. But I do believe they make the 8. I don't believe they do anything in the 8, but I believe they make the 8. So third tackle here for Manly. 35 metres out here from their own line. Because I think that no matter what, Titans will beat all the teams below them, besides that one game against Broncos. Morgan Harper here, third, 40 metres out here from their own line. Majority of the season, they're going to beat all those teams below them. It's just seeing if they can beat the teams above them, which they have a chance to, but with no David Fafita for a couple of weeks, it'll be tough to beat the Panthers. But then we play the Dogs, so I'm looking forward to that one. So fifth tackle here. Right-hand side. And besides the Rabbitohs, we've had a very good record at Seabus recently. 2 of us a share. Good take there. Jason Saab was flying through, but here we go. Left-hand side here. Gets it out, and the Warriors are going to have the ball here 25 metres out from their own line. Come over says, good win by the old Titans last night. Hey, yeah, it was not too bad. Referee gave a couple of late tries to the Tigers to kind of make the game closer than it was. Titans flogged them last night. There was a moment in the first half where it looked nerve-wracking. The first half, 18-0 up in the first 10 minutes and then giving up a couple of tries to make it 18-12. That was nerve-wracking, and that was all, fair and just. But all we needed to do last week against the Broncos was score a try when they were breaking free, which we couldn't do to stop the momentum. We did that last night with the Tigers to stop the momentum, and that's where the Titans won the game, basically. But realistically, that last 10-15 minutes was just bullshit. That last 10-15 minutes for the Tigers to get back in that game was just horrifically embarrassing. Oh my God, that's one of the best tackles I've seen. That's an unbelievable tackle there from Kepi. He actually blocked it. That is one of the best bloody stoppages I've seen. That's not a knock on against Manly. How are they not allowed to roll this ball quickly? But anyway, that Kepi comes through and blocks that block. That's a great tackle there from Kepi. My goodness. Coming says, your D defo needs work, though. Yeah, top 4 attack, bottom 4 defense. And the boys know this. I spoke to the boys after the game about it. Aiden Hager says, who done the GFX behind you, bro? Looks mint. I made all these. I create all these. They're all for sale on the BKR Sport Redbubble, and I get a couple more of the teams this week. Monday, Tuesday. I got Parramatta coming, Broncos. Oh, knock on there from Manly. Parramatta, Broncos, I think Knights maybe? No. Tigers maybe? I can't remember. I got like 4 more teams. I got my Titans jumper coming that I created. They're all for sale on the Redbubble website, as you can see here. This one's a little bit ripped at the moment, but like Dragons, Titans, Panthers, Warriors, Manly, Roosters there. So the whole wall's going to be full of them. Carl says, how did the Broncos come back when they played the Titans? Because the Titans are one of the worst defensive teams in the comp, and they know this. He tried to offload that ball there, Morgan Harper. But, like, that's a one-game thing. Like, cool. Cameron says, did you see the Broncos game last night? They got very unlucky. It is what it is. It's the Broncos. I love it. They stayed bottom 4, and after all the shit they spoke last week, like, eat the fattest dick. So 16 minutes to go here in the first half, and the Warriors here, 30 minutes out from their own line. Noah says, why didn't the refs let Ken run? Because they'd already blown it before he got away. They could have done that. I guess they could have done that, but this happens a lot, man. It happens a lot where they stop the play from being played on. So second tackle here for the Warriors. They're 45 metres out here from their own line. Elias says, did you see the Eels game? They beat Roosters. Yeah, I did. Eels very lucky there not to have a sin bin and a send-off. I wouldn't be talking shit about that game if I was an Eels fan, because that was a ridiculously one-sided game from the officials in that one. I did stream it. You can go and look at my reaction, but if you're an Eels fan, you won't like it, because I absolutely tore the Eels to shreds in that game. Look, they won the game fair and square based on what we saw, but based on what we saw as well, there should have been, at very minimum, a sin bin for... at very minimum, it's been for 2 players at the end of that first half for the Eels, which didn't happen. And then the Eels scored, obviously, a try or 2 in the first 10 minutes of the second half, which wouldn't have happened. So the game was changed. But, it's what it is. Referees always make mistakes and, live and learn. 4th tackle here, but the bunker officials get sacked. Warriors here, right-hand side, taking down 25 metres out. Georgios, Adam Bartsis says, do you think Tommy Turbo is the best fullback in the world right now? I've said that for a while now, but hold on one second here. Warriors put the ball up here. Easy take by Saab and taken down. Nice weight there by the Warriors to not tackle him in air. I've said Tommy Trbojevic is my favourite player in the game when fit and healthy for years now. I think he's the best fullback in the game when fit and healthy. The only problem is that he's not always fit and healthy, and you can't be kind of waiting and hoping and wishing that he gets an injury, because that's just despicable. Which a lot of people do, mind you. But yeah, no, I think Tommy Trbojevic is my favorite. Is my favorite player in the game to watch, and it has been for way longer than this year. I think he's getting a lot more credit this year, weirdly enough, as if he wasn't fantastic last year, year before. But that's going to be on report here for the Warriors. There's going to be a penalty here for Manly to get out of their own defensive line. Adam Ottaway says Tino makes a massive difference in the Titans side, even though we didn't play great yesterday. I think we did play great. We played great in attack. We played bad in defence. But those last 2 tries for the Tigers. No. We won that game 13+. We won that game 13+. That was all about getting the Tigers back in that game, and then Dewey missed the kick. But, Manly lost that ball there on that first tackle. But yes, Tino does make a big difference to the team, just solidifying it. I do believe the Titans played well. Unfortunately, just defensively still struggling. But those last 2 tries have nothing to do with it. So 40 metres out here from the Warriors line. Manly with the ball, left-hand side. Jake Trbojevic making a good run here. Good run. 25 metres short now. Renee Linner says Tom Turbo, New South Wales side. You'd assume so, yes. So third tackle here. He'll probably play centre or winger or something like that, because Tedesco will get that fullback spot. Right-hand side here. People always say, should Tedesco get it? He's going to get it regardless. So third tackle here. Morgan Harper, left-hand side. 10 metres out. Good run here. He could have got that ball at Tommy Turbo, maybe for a hat-trick, but I think they would have got him down there. So fifth tackle here. 5 metres out. Left-hand side, gets up to Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans, a nice little dinky dink over the top here for Garrick. Hits it back, Parker. Parker's been slammed. Still backwards here. And the Warriors are going to pick the ball up. So 12 minutes out here from their own line. The Warriors will get the ball. Quinton Rutene says, do you think Joe Tarpanay should stay with the Raiders? I think that Ricky Stewart should not be the Raiders coach. That's my opinion. I think that Tarpanay's a good player. I think Tarpanay's a good player and the Raiders should keep him over Stewart, because Stewart's won jack shit. Elias Badawi says, do you think Parramatta shouldn't have won against the Roosters? No, that's not what I'm saying. It's confusing how to put it. Third tackle here, 40-20 attempt. But it's going to go nowhere near it. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is the Eels benefited greatly from a massive call in that first half, which didn't have a player sin binned. And also, the Roosters weren't able to debut Suwali because there was no penalty, no bad play that they called on the Dylan Brown incident. So they weren't able to bring on their 18th man, so they had to play the rest of the game with, obviously, one less sub. And obviously, the bunker officials have been dropped because of this and sacked because of this. So the Eels benefited greatly from a lot of calls in that game. And they scored a try or 2 in that first 10 minutes of the second half, which they would have had one less man for, and potentially 2, because we all also know that was a blatant shoulder charge, deliberate shoulder penalty here for the Manly, and they'll take the 2 here. Oh no, Tommy Trbojevic is going to take it quickly. He's going to be away here for a hat-trick. He's going to be away. He doesn't get the offload away, but that's a nice little play there. So 11 metres out here. I'm not saying the Eels didn't deserve the win. I'm just saying that they got very, very lucky in a lot of calls in that game, and very significant calls too. Penalty here for Manly. Manly with the penalty here. Noah 6 says that Keegan Hitgrave clip. Chad says, where do we watch your vlogs? On this channel, man, they just won't come out until tomorrow at 5 p.m. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. is when that will drop out. So you just have to obviously be subscribed, which I know you are, and have the notification bell on, because the notification will let you know that the video will be up at 5 p.m. tomorrow. Cam Abbott says there should have been 2 sin bins of Para. Absolutely. George Rios, Adam Butts says, where do you think Adam Reynolds will end up? I think that the Rabbitohs are going to do everything they can to sign him back up after what we saw on Thursday night. So 11 minutes to go here, first half. 12-12 to Manly. 2 minutes out here, sorry. I nearly said 12. Elias Badawi, Tedesco slipping a tackle. Brother, you're a Parramatta fan. Please. Please. Trbojevic. Oh, it's an assist. Oh, he's lost the ball. Garrick. Oh, my God. That should have been an easy try. That should have been an easy try for Manly there, but unfortunately Garrick will drop it, and Trbojevic will not be able to get that ball straight to him. But yeah, man, if you're defending that Tedesco tackle, shoulder charge, and if you're defending anyone defends Dylan Brown, you're just blatantly biased. You just are. But Trbojevic here gets that ball out, and unfortunately, it was too quick, and Garrick couldn't. It was classed as forward. Sorry, it's classed as forward. Harry Jones says, what's up, fella? Hello from Wellington, New Zealand. Kia ora, bro. You hear the Crusaders won their 5th Super Rugby title in a row last night? Is there any NRL side that's won 5 in a row in the modern era? Not in the modern era, no. The Dragons won 11 years in a row in the 50s and 60s. But not in the modern era, no. The best team, the most recent team to do anything like that would be Roosters 2 in a row, which was 2018, 2019. Knock on from the Warriors. Knock on for the Warriors. The Manly will get the ball here, 25 minutes out from the Warriors line with 10 minutes to go in the first half. So hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already, guys, and subscribe if you're new around here. By the way, bro, obviously you're talking about the Super Rugby Aotearoa. We're going to be doing the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman between the Australian teams. The Reds obviously won last night. And the Aotearoa teams, which start, I think, next week or the week after. We'll be streaming those games too. So obviously get around it. And subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to seeing those Australian teams going up against the New Zealand teams, but we all know that New Zealand's going to probably win that. Reds are good, but they're not going to be able to beat the Satyrs. But the Chiefs are, they're still pretty damn well decent as well. But we all know that the Satyrs were winning after last week against the Blues. Oh, Cherry Evans. On first tackle, Manly just lost the ball. So Warriors now have the ball here, 20 minutes out from their own line. Don't forget, guys, we will also be doing and streaming the Dragons versus Dogs game right after this. That's a set restart here for the Warriors. Georges Adrian Batsa says, I don't think I want a team to win 5 in a row in the NRL. A team won't, man. A team won't. There is 16 teams, guys. It's a bit different to the Aotearoa teams with the Satyrs, Highlanders, Chiefs, Blues, and Hurricanes. There's only 5 teams there compared to 16 teams in the NRL. So it's not something that realistically can happen nowadays because everything is so professional compared to the days when the Dragons won 11 years in a row. It's a bit of a different story. So yes, obviously fantastic achievement for the Satyrs, don't get me wrong, fantastic achievement, but it's a little bit different because there's only 5 teams there and it's a much smaller season and it is what it is. But, they were also very good when there was all the other teams as well. But you know what I'm saying. So 5th tackle here, and Manly, good take by Trbojevic. He's taken out by his own player there. Jeez, in air too. That's going to hurt. No, don't tell me he's down. Don't tell me he's injured. No, get up. Get up. Oh my God, Trbojevic being down at any stage for more than 2 seconds is a nerve-wracking time. Renee Lynn says Dragons won 60s and 70s and South beat them. Well, there you go. But I think the last premiership before 2014 for the Rabbitohs was against the Dragons in the 70s, wasn't it? After nice kind of a Lamani, so I thought you're shaving for 10k. It was for a skit that I won't cut my hair. I won't cut my hair until we hit 10k, but I shaved for a skit that we did on yesterday's vlog, which you guys will see at 5 p.m. tomorrow. It was a good skit. So left-hand side here, and it worked out. So Brad Parker here, 45 metres out from his own line. 5th tackle for Manly. They'll do a lot more than what they're doing right now, though. Josh Schuster will put that ball up in the air. Difficult take here because all the Manly players will be there too. Not enough chase. Nope, that was bad chasing there from Manly. And the Warriors will, turn that from a pretty decent kick for Manly into a pretty decent kick for themselves. Karen Maverick says we need Turbo for Origin. Mate, New South Wales have such good depth that they have no reason and no excuses to lose Origin. New South Wales have no excuse. They didn't have any excuses last year. That's why it was so embarrassing from last year. And this year they have double no excuses because they have even arguably better team this year. And Queensland is still kind of that how you go on kind of team. We'll still win one game. Would love us to win the series, but it really does come down to the arrogance from New South Wales and if they believe they've already won it before they've won it like they normally do. So 5th tackle here, and that's what happened last year. That's the reason why they lost last year is because they went into Game 3 saying they'd already won. Oh, that's a pretty average kick in my opinion. And what are you doing, Cherry Evans? What is Cherry Evans hitting that down? If you catch that ball, it's a 20-minute restart, 7 tackle set. The Warriors get a penalty here. It's a Warriors penalty. They're going to take the 2 here. You take the 2 here if you're the Warriors. Right in front. Make it 14-12 game. What is Cherry Evans doing? Either way now, obviously it's a penalty, so it wouldn't have mattered, but I don't understand why Cherry Evans is hitting that back, catch that ball. It's a It's a 20-minute restart. What are you doing? Georgios Anabatsis says, thoughts on Xavier Coates going on the Storm on a 2-year deal. Already spoke about that before, probably around the 15-minute mark. So if you want to go back in the stream, you can check it out. Samuel Allen says, remember that there was no salary cap in those days? Yep, absolutely. And the Dragons are a very wealthy club. It's got to the point where Australia lost to England, but the Dragons won. Look, yeah, that's like when Queensland versus New South Wales used to play. It was where you were playing, what club you were playing for. So when New South Wales won like 21 in a row or whatever it was, I can't remember, back in like the 40s or 50s or whatever, there was no Queensland teams in the competition, right? It was all New South Wales teams, New South Wales Rugby League. And obviously all the way you got selected for your origin team was who you were playing for, not where you were born or where you grew up and played your first representative game like it is nowadays. So that's why whenever a New South Wales fan brings up the 50s and 60s records, it's like you played majority of the time with a lot of Queenslanders in your team based on the eligibility rules back then. And they are still, he gets the kick. So it is 14-12 here to the Warriors with 5.5 minutes to go here of the first half. And there we go. Quinton Rucheni says, is that still an 8-point try? Yes, but you need to score the try and then the penalty obviously happens afterwards. Like, for example, what should have been the case for Drew Hutchison on Friday night. Drew Hutchison and the Roosters should have gotten an 8-point try because he puts the ball down the line, they get the 4 points, they kick the conversion 6 points, and then because of what Dylan Brown did after the play, he'd already scored. That's a penalty. It should have been an 8-point try, but they didn't do it because the bunker is poof. Stephen Warren says, state first state, I think he's trying to say. Sammy Souza says, no wonder New South Wales is often the underdog due to arrogance when it comes to origin. New South Wales is often the underdog? Police. Police. Often the underdog? Brother. Queensland have always been known as the team that is always... Because New South Wales has always looked down on Queensland. So that's the thing. People don't get... If you're not from Queensland, New South Wales, you don't get that origin isn't really necessarily about rugby league. It is a rivalry between the two states in general. Just because of things outside of rugby league too. It's always been a rivalry between those two states just because of things that are very, it's just nothing to talk about on here. But the point of the matter is it means so much more than just a game of rugby league. So 4 tackle here for the Warriors and at the halfway point. That's when I see, Kiwis or other people from other countries talking about origin not being that big. It's like, man, yes it is. Like, it means a lot more than you actually think. So and that's why we don't want Tamalolo playing. We don't want players from overseas really realistically playing. If they grow up in Queensland, born in New South Wales and blah, 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 they get it. But if they're not from Australia, not from Queensland, New South Wales, we don't want you playing in Origin. We're happy to watch you play Grand Final. We're happy to watch you playing for World Cup and all that type of stuff. But Origin's different. Like, just we don't want to see Tamalolo playing there, as good as he is. The second tackle here for Manly, 15 metres out from their own line. Hala Cap says, who do you think is going to win the Dally M this year? Me. Third tackle here for Manly, 20 metres out here from their own line. Dally M probably goes, if Cleary plays like he did the other night, holy shit. Or did he get suspended already? He got suspended, didn't he? Or was he injured? I can't remember. That was like round 2 or round 3 or something like that. Did Cleary get suspended? Or was he injured? I can't remember. So fifth tackle here for Manly. They're going to kick this ball down 15 minutes out here from their own line for the Warriors. Cameron Abbott says Origin is arguably the biggest sporting event in Australia. It is the biggest sporting event in Australia. For mine anyway. AFL Grand Final, arguably, but that's a little bit different. It's different. So first tackle here for the Warriors, left-hand side here. And Melbourne Cup's pretty massive, man. But Melbourne Cup's starting to lose its way now because a lot of people are trying to come out and say, like, ban it and shit, which will never happen. But third tackle here for the Warriors. They're 45 metres out from their own line. Georgios Adambatsis says people should be allowed to throw punches in Origin. Well, no. I would love it, but it's not going to ever happen. So, here we go. Warriors are away here. NRL inside. Forward pass, in my opinion. Oh, that's a dodgy call. I think that was definitely a forward pass. I think that's a blatant forward pass there from the Warriors. The fourth tackle here for the Warriors. NRL, right-hand side, 25 metres out. Gets it off to Tohu Harris, and Harris is taken down here. No, he's still going. Taken down, 15 metres out. Jet Taylor says, do you like Magic Round? Do you think that they could play it anywhere else? I do, yeah. I would love them to play it other places. But hold on one second here. Up it goes. Oh, Manly lose the ball. It's gone backwards, forwards. It's a try time for the Warriors. Try time for the Warriors. Doesn't matter if it's gone backwards or forwards, but the Warriors will score, and it will be 18-12. Now, I do think that comes from the back of a forward pass for the Warriors. It wasn't called, but the Warriors will score a try there, and they'll make it 20-12 too, because it's basically right in front. Cameron Jason says, who do you go for? I'm a Titans fan, my dude. So we had a good win yesterday, but I'm from the Gold Coast, yeah. Hello Cap says, do you think the 2015 Cowboys could beat the 2021 Panthers? No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. 2015 wasn't exactly the most competitive year. They had a good team, obviously, the Cowboys, but no, this Panthers team is a much different breed. But then again, if you go and play the Panthers style of today against the Cowboys style of back then, there is two different completely styles of the overall aesthetic of how the game of rugby league looks. There's no set restarts, obviously, which benefit the Panthers. So it depends on when you're playing it. If you're playing it back in 2015, maybe the Cowboys with Thurston probably get it done. But if you're playing it in today's game, the Panthers run romp. They run it romp. They romp them. But if you play it back in 2015, then it's difficult. But I'd probably go Cowboys just. Cameron Jordan says, what teams do you hate the most? Let's just keep it in regards to this game. We talk about this all the time. You'll pick it up over time if you're subscribed, who I hate. Cameron Maverick says, the 2015 Cowboys weren't actually that great. I agree. I know they won the grand final, but they did come third that year. They did come third that year, and they also had to rely on scoring on the 80th minute after the siren to actually send it to extra time, and then relied on a Broncos mistake to actually win that game. So, it's all well and good. Obviously, the miracle play, Thurston kicking the field goal to win the game, that's all well and good, but they were also shithouse for, they're checking it. Maybe no try here. They're actually checking it. They're reviewing the contest here. They've seen there might be a no try come up here. But yeah, look, the Cowboys won fair and square. Cool, great. But they weren't great in the grand final until the 80th minute where Kyle Felt scored. But Michael Morgan obviously set that up. And then they relied on that Ben Hunt drop to kick the field goal. I actually personally think the Broncos win that grand final in extra time if Ben Hunt doesn't drop that ball. But that's just my personal opinion. So 37 seconds left here in the first half, but they're just checking to see if the Warriors knock this ball on here in the lead up to this try. Escort action. So they're clearing the contest. Okay, so, the ground is fine. So what are we looking at here? Like, why do we have to do this? Like, why do we need to check the bunker for that? That was a clear try. So Warriors score. It's a try time for the Warriors, 18-12 with a kick to come from right in front, basically. Georgios Adabatsis says, imagine Anthony Milford winning the grand final for the Broncos and getting the Clive Churchill medalist. Clive Churchill probably realistically should have gone to Michael Morgan in that game. Love Thurston, love him, but Michael Morgan should have got that in my opinion. But yeah, Milford probably does get that man of the match for the, he probably does get the Clive Churchill in the grand final. The Broncos still go on to win that, but considering what we know now about Milford, Nicarima will slap it through. So it is 20-12 here, first half. Wow, we've had a high score first half here, and we've had a couple of high scorers this round so far. We had a 50-0 for the Rabbitohs, over the Storm over the Rabbitohs in Thursday Night Football. The Panthers beat the Sharks 48-0. The Eels scored, it was like 36-20 or whatnot against the Roosters. Obviously last night with the Titans and Tigers, it was, 36-28. Broncos Cowboys was relatively low scoring, but this is 2012 already at halftime. So wowee. Jet Taylor says, obviously the Panthers are the favourites to win it this year. Do you think that there could be a dark horse to win it? And if so, who? I wouldn't necessarily say there's a dark horse. I've only got 3 teams. There's only 3 teams for me. I guess if you're going to say a dark horse, I would class it as Parramatta. But Parramatta aren't really a dark horse. They're still a contender. I just don't have them as good, anywhere near as good as the Storm, Rabbitohs, and Panthers, in my opinion. I don't care they beat the Storm already this year. It was in torrential conditions. It completely changes the game on a dry track, which is what normally the grand final will be on. But if it's on a wet track, then you're back in Parramatta, I guess. But I'd say if there is a dark horse, for me, in my opinion, would be Eels, but they're not really a dark horse, if that's what you want me to kind of say. Because outside of that top 4, there's no one winning it. Outside of that top 3, there's no one winning it. But anyway, guys, that's going to be halftime here, and the score is 20-12 here to the Warriors. So let's go and hit that thumbs up button if you have not already, and subscribe if you're new around here. We're on 50. Let's try and get to 65 before the end of halftime. We've got 90 people watching. Let's try and get to 65, 15 more likes, and also subscribe if you're new around here, because we're on the grind to 10,000 subscribers. But it is halftime, and it is 20-12, and we will be doing the game right after this too. Alexander Jones says, I like that Seagulls logo in the background. Yeah, it's pretty cool, eh? Like I said, I know I'm bigging myself up here, but I created all these. I actually designed all of these. I designed all of these bloody posters, so I'm pretty proud of them. And like I said, we've got Parramatta coming this week. Parramatta, Broncos, I think it's Sharks and Tigers maybe, or maybe Raiders. I can't remember, but yeah, we've got them all coming. So looking forward to seeing those ones as well. Carmava says, for me, it's between the Storm and Panthers. South maybe, but they can't win it with their defence. I think that you're reading too highly into one game against the Storm when they didn't have any of their attack. I think the attack changes the game. I think that, yes, the Storm still win that game. I would have tipped the Rabbitohs with a full team, but I still think the Storm will have won that game based on what I saw. However, I think that you're looking too much into one game and letting one game cloud your mind. Anyone who uses the statistic of you concede 50 points, you can't make the grand final, win the grand final is stupid. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, it makes no sense, right? I don't care about this stupid 50-point stat because the Knights conceded 49 in 2001 and went on to win it. So 1 point difference. Oh, wowee. Buddy, changed the record, right? So I think that the Rabbitohs defensively are one of the worst teams in the competition, absolutely. I've said this for longer than just this week. I've said this every single week. They conceded 30 against the Titans, but were able to outscore the Titans and score 40, right? So we all know the Rabbitohs have bad defense, but they are going to outscore you. They are going to outscore you. But the thing is that with the game on Thursday night, they had no Reynolds, they had no Murray, they had they had heaps of players out, right? So their defense doesn't change much, but their attack obviously changes a heap. And if the Rabbitohs are attacking, they're probably going to be a lot more hyped up for one. Secondly, it's going to be a better game. They're probably still going to lose that convincingly, in my opinion. But it's going to be a better game because the Rabbitohs will change the mindset of the Storm. The Storm knew they could run rampant because the Rabbitohs just weren't throwing anything at them. So they know they could be a little bit more risky. They know they can play a little bit more extra and just kind of throw the ball around a little bit more. So the Storm killed them. They did. But I think that you're going to see when the Rabbitohs get their players back that their defense won't be as bad as what we've seen because they will be working on their defense, for example. But yes, I think they can outscore the Storm in another game. I don't think that one game is going to tell me too much about the Rabbitohs overall because they had a lot of players out. So yes, the defense is legitimately terrible, and that game doesn't show too much. That like the players being back doesn't stop those points being conceded. They probably only concede about 36, in my opinion, if they have those other players back because they're believing a lot more in their team. Look at what Manly does, right? This is actually a key point to compare. Manly lose every game without Trbojevic, but when Trbojevic is there, Manly have been winning games. They're winning every game. They compete against the Panthers. They're losing this game right now, 20-12. But, Manly are a good team with Trbojevic. But when Trbojevic isn't there, they suck. They actually are dribble. Like, they are the definition of dribble, right? So, with Trbojevic being there, that makes a huge impact. So, you take out Adam Reynolds, you take out Murray, you take out all these other guys that weren't playing the game, this team is going to be down. They're not going to believe they can win the game. They're going to give it a crack, but they're not going to believe they can win the game. Now, that's not an excuse to concede 50-0, but the point matter is it changes the whole outset. So don't get too down on the Rabbitohs just because of one game. Crosby says, make a Bunnies poster. I've made a poster for every single team, my dude. They just haven't come back yet. I haven't received them yet. You guys can check them all out on the Redbubble BKR Sport website. Golden Holden says, what happened to your podcast on Entertain House? I just got too busy, man. I got too busy. Georgios Arambatsis says, no Latrell. Exactly. Reynolds, Ken Murray, Jackson Paulo, no Mansour. Exactly right. A lot of players out. Changes the whole aspect, aesthetics, everything of the team. 3 likes away from 60, guys. Smack the thumbs up button. Sammy Souza says, Origin with punch-ups from pure rivalry between New South Wales and Queensland is more than enough. It makes the game more interesting with drama and everything. That's great. It is. I agree. I would love, growing up with those fights like Steve Price and Brett White, Gordon Tallis going at it, buddy. Just those big Nate Miles, Paul Gallen. They were the fights I grew up with, and that was at a different time. We will never see those punch-ups ever again. So, it's all well and good. Everyone's like, oh, bring back the Biff. I can't wait for it. Bring back the Biff. It's like, it's not ever going to happen because society nowadays won't allow it because everyone knows one punch can kill and all that type of shit. So, it's not ever going to be allowed back. I would love it, but in the same sense, you understand why it's out. Jordan Cardigan says, geez, the score, yeah, man, 20-12 half-time. It's a big one. Carol Mavita says, it just sucks because we could have competed this year if it wasn't for what's happening with injuries. Yeah, I had your top 4. I had your 4th place. People said, nah, Shooks is there, they might just get into the 8 with 6 or 7. I said, what's you bloody shitting me? You talking about? What's your crazy, son? Cameron Jason says, I'm worried about the game against the Eels next week. They have good forwards. We're doing all right against Manly. Do you think we can beat the Eels? Who's this? We're doing all right. Oh, Warriors versus the Eels. Yeah, Eels aren't that good. Eels are good. Eels are better than everybody else in regards to below them. I've got them on a similar wavelength to the Roosters. I think with a full team for the Roosters win, but I've got them on a similar wavelength. But obviously, like I've been saying the whole year, Eels are 4th, Roosters are 5th. But they're not as good as the Rabbitohs, Panthers and Storm. And the Eels have the ability to lose to shithouse teams. Look, they lost to the Dragons this year. The Dragons aren't going to be finishing in the top 8. The Dragons aren't a good team. It's the Eels are a good team, but they also have the ability to lose. So, yes, you could, obviously. The Warriors could. Do I think it's going to happen? Not necessarily. I'm not going to tip the Warriors to beat the Eels next week. But there's a chance. There is always a chance. Sammy says, love tuning into your live stream commentary as a build-up to the World Cup. Yeah, should be a good World Cup. This Rugby League one at the end of the year. Obviously, Rugby Union in a couple of years' time. But Rugby League World Cup will be a massive on the streams. I guarantee we'll have a lot of Fijians. Tosoviti getting around Fiji and... You know, we've got a lot of people on the channel who love their rugby league now, so I think the Rugby League World Cup's going to be very good. Jet Taylor says, Manly have announced a 75%, Manly have around a 75% win rate with Tommy Turbo. Yeah, fair enough. That's what I'm saying. Like, he impacts his team ginormously. So when you're looking at the Rabbitohs who had like 5-6 players out the other night against the Storm, that makes a massive impact. And the 50-0 is never an excuse. There's never an excuse to concede 50-0 as a professional team. But they do have an excuse in regards to making it a competitive game. Georgios Adam Batsis says, Walsh isn't underrated or overrated. He's only played 2 games so far. Yeah, I think that he's rated just fairly. I think that people saying he's the best thing since sliced bread are getting a bit ahead of themselves, but there are also people saying that he's not that good when he is. He was very inexperienced last week against the Cowboys. He was very inexperienced last week against the Cowboys and made a few mistakes, which would have put the game to bed early. There's someone in the chat named Reece Walsh. Now, we're going to have to hide him, man. Like, we see a lot of trolls here that come through with names of players and stuff pretending to be the player. So it just distracts people from in chat. So if you guys have an account, please don't have it as a player's name with the player in the actual picture, because unfortunately it distracts people in the chat and it just gets repetitive and boring. Golden Holden says, will the Eels go out to straight sets this year? Yeah, probably. Yeah, more than likely. Well, maybe not, actually. Well, they'll lose to... They'll come fourth. They'll play Panthers. Panthers will win. Then they'll play the winner of the 5th versus 8th game, which I would personally have as the Roosters versus Warriors or Manly. So I think that Roosters win that game against either of those 2 teams. So it'll be Roosters-Eels. I think that's a 50-50 because they'll have players back. I think the Roosters are more experienced. But look, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting because the Eels should be winning that game. The Eels should be making prelims, minimum. But the Eels are the Eels. We all know what the Eels are like. You know, we've grown up with the Eels. We know what the Eels are like. The Eels are pretty basic when it comes to what, like, they show you exactly who they are. They win this game, they'll lose this game. They'll win this game, they'll lose this game. They should have lost this game. They should have won this game. But they lost this game. They won this game. Like, that's just the Eels. It's always been like that. Noah Six says, don't think you can have your phone during half time. Me, I can do what I want. I can do what I want. Karen Maverick says, Crosby, that's what's been happening to us since the start of 2020. What happened? Crosby says, I swear since the start of 2020 when they started changing up some of the rules, the injuries are like 3 times more. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I don't understand what you're talking about there, Carol, because like Roosters, yes, obviously they've got a lot of injuries, but everyone's got a lot. Everyone's getting a lot of injuries a lot. Like, obviously they're not as significant. The thing with the Roosters is it's your coach, it's your strength and conditioning team. There is no way that a team should have 5 to 6 ACLs. There's no way that a team should have 5 to 6 ACLs. That's beyond the point of being unlucky. Having 5 to 6 ACLs in your team at one time there's something to do with the training or the strength and conditioning. There is something wrong with the Roosters. I don't necessarily believe it's the rules. Obviously, the rules do play a part in a lot of the injuries, but I think that that's more so to do with your actual training regime or strength and conditioning coaches. Georgios Adam Vasa says the Eels think that the NRL season ends at round 13. No, the Eels always make it they do really well in the regular season. They always do. They literally always do. But they always get knocked out in the finals. They're shocking. Golden Holland says, who's been better in the last 36 years, Cronulla or Parramatta? Well, Cronulla have won a premiership. That's actually a horrific comparison. Cronulla won a premiership 5 years ago, didn't cheat to win 3 wooden spoons in a row from 2012, 2013, and 2014. Cheated the salary cap for those 3 wooden spoons. So I'm going to take Cronulla there. Cronulla haven't performed that good in the last 50 years, but in the same sense, they've still got a premiership to their name since the 36 years that you obviously put in there. And also, I don't think they have anywhere near as many spoons as them. Sharks have a few spoons in their name, but not as many as the Eels. Noah Six says, you think RTS is going to be starting for the Blues? RTS is a great player, and he wouldn't have been switching codes to go to the Blues if he wasn't going to be starting. Dean Papostolou says, not to mention the Roosters have an old roster. They do as well. That's a good point. A lot of people aren't talking about that. The Roosters do have an older roster that, obviously, the older you get, the more injury prone you can be. Younger players seem to be able to be, unbeatable in regards to, their health and well-being. And obviously, some players get it. Some people have the injury bug. Some people, like some guys overall, like Tom Trbojevic, for example, are just unlucky in regards to their body not being as strong in the sense of injury prevention than other players. It's just unfortunate. But the Roosters having 5-6 ACLs, the worst injury you can have in the one team at the same time, is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Shades of YouTube says up the Panthers. Yeah, not doing too bad, my man. Not doing too bad. Reese Dublin says, why was Walsh not on for the Warriors yet? I don't think they've needed him just yet. They haven't needed him. You don't need to put, if you don't need to put a player on yet, you don't put him on. 2 likes away from 60, by the way, guys. 2 likes away from 60. Smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here. We are just at half time right now. If you're wondering what we're talking about, we're just kicking back and having a chat. So just 20-12. That is the live score right there at half time. TB Teddy says up the Eagles. Yeah, well, they've got a bit of work to do in the second half, but they'll be right. They'll be right. I still think they're probably going to win this game, but the Warriors haven't been too bad in this game and have deservedly taken the lead here. But thank you very much, William Hunt, for subscribing. Appreciate you, my dude. If you guys have subscribed already and wondering why your thing hasn't come up, your name hasn't come up, it's because you have to have public subscriptions on. Jordan Cadigan says Reynolds might be back this week. Yeah, I heard that. I heard he might have even played against the Storm, but obviously he didn't. But there was a chance that he could play. Sport Reaction says Tommy Turbo needs the Blues fullback spot. No, Tedesco will get it, but Turbo will probably be centre, I would say. Turbo has a good centre's body. Like, Turbo is a good... Sorry, I'm just reshuffling my legs here. Turbo has a good centre's body. He's a great fullback. He's my favourite fullback in the game when fit and healthy. Pappenhausen probably second. But overall, I would put Turbo into the centres there. Harry Jones says, so you reckon Isaiah Papali'i is a huge loss for the Warriors this year? Absolutely. So many young ex-Warriors players seem to evolve over your way. Why is that, bro? Culture, training? I think it's because, personally, New Zealand put way too much emphasis into the All Blacks and rugby union with the Blues, the Highlanders, the Chiefs, the Crusaders, and the Hurricanes, right? So... and I spoke to Tetero at Horiarangi. He played for the Māori All Blacks, and I think he played for the All Blacks at one stage, maybe. He plays for the Chiefs right now. We spoke on the podcast. I know him well. So he's a good bloke, and he was telling me that basically he was, I think he was contracted to the Warriors or something like that. And then, oh no, to the store. He was contracted to an NRL club. I think it was the Warriors. And basically he said that he got lured away because the NRL don't offer anywhere near as much. You guys can check the interview out on the channel. There's the podcast is on this channel, or it might be in the Sheds channel. But yeah, we spoke about this, and basically there's nowhere near enough investment in the game from New Zealand side to be able to retain their best. And obviously Tetero Taurirangi has been very good for the Chiefs. Not great, but he's been good. And I think he would have been very good for the Warriors if they had kept him. A player like that would have done really well in league. But yeah, look, I just think that the Warriors and the NRL need to really invest a lot more in New Zealand. I think that second New Zealand team, the South Island versus North Island rivalry, would really enhance that. However, there are a lot of issues in regards to that and why it won't potentially work in the near future. Sammy Susan says, the halftime chat here about what's happening around the NRL is welcoming while waiting for the second half. Appreciate you, my dude. We're always, buddy, having a crack. But here we go. The second half is about to get underway. Manly back out on the field. Don't forget, we will be streaming the Dogs versus the Dragons right after this, which is a big game. It is actually a big game there between those two teams. Karen Maverick says, I know I might be biased, but how can people say Teddy is overrated? He's the most consistent fullback in the game. I think that people expect more from him. They expect him to have his best game ever, every single game. And that's a testament to how quality he has been or is. But unfortunately, he's never going to be able to live up to that same expectation. I could compare it to... No, I'm not going to compare it to a drug. You know what I'm saying? But like, you can compare it to a time where you see someone play as fantastic as they do, and you're always chasing that same high. And you're just not getting it because he's not playing as well as he did that one day when you were like, holy shit, this guy is incredible. You know what I'm saying? So, unfortunately, Tedesco lumps himself into that category. Trebojevic hasn't because he's obviously injured all the time. Pappenhausen always does pretty good, but people just kind of forget about him when he doesn't have a great game. And yeah, look, that's the reason why. Tedesco is just so good that when he doesn't have the best game ever, that's a knock-on for the Warriors. Knock-on for the Warriors. Knock-on for the Warriors. Or a penalty. Is it tackle in air, is it? Yeah, it is tackle in air. Wow, that's a late call. That's a late call. Noah 6 says, RTS was a huge loss for the Chooks, but then got an upgrade. Yeah, it was a huge loss for the Chooks over there. Georgios Adam Batson says, do you think TJ Perenara will go to the Roosters now? I don't know what's happened with that. That's all gone quiet. Completely quiet. That's gone completely quiet since all that talk happened. So Warriors get a penalty here. They'll be 45 minutes out here from their own line. Sammy Susan says the second New Zealand team for future NRL expansion does have obvious issues. It's no wonder there's a worry that it might weaken the All Blacks team, what I heard in recent news. See, that's the thing. New Zealand only care about All Blacks. Let's be honest here, Kiwis. New Zealand don't really give a shit about All Blacks, right? When the Warriors are doing well, people care about the Warriors, but they don't really care about the Warriors. The All Blacks are the main focus there. And I know that Kiwis would much prefer to lose the NRL to an Australian team than to lose to the Wallabies. We all know that, right? So it's always going to be priority number 1, All Blacks. Priority number 2, probably Super Rugby teams. Priority number 3, Warriors. So 4 tackle here for the Warriors. Left-hand side, 20 metres out. Left-hand side. Trebojevic touches that one. Probably should have let it bounce, see how it goes. But Trebojevic will be taken down in goal. He's still going. He's still pushing. But he does get taken down inside goal. So we'll be a dropout here from the Manly Seagulls to the Warriors. Method says, I'm a Cows fan. I still think Teddy's the best fullback right now. Oh, absolutely. Well, what's the Cows fan got to do with it? Valentine Holmes. What is he playing now? Is he winger or fullback? I didn't get to really watch that game last night. Amon says, what are your thoughts on Xavier Coates leaving Broncos for Melbourne? We spoke about this earlier today, bro, about 15 minutes into the stream. So if you want to check out those thoughts, go back and have a watch of that one. But yeah, we did speak about it. Oh, short kickoff here from Manly. Short kickoff from Manly. Knocked on from Manly. And the Warriors will get the ball here. So Nicarima, 25 metres out here from the line. But yeah, I think that he'll become a much better player than he is now at the Storm. Mr. Snipe says Broncos offered Adam Reynolds 4-year contract. Do you think Sharks will get Adam Reynolds? Broncos haven't offered shit yet. That's all media talk right now. That's all media talk. Broncos haven't offered nothing. So neither have the Sharks. Neither have anyone. Until it happens, don't believe the media. Left-hand side here. Chance here for Nicarima. Nicarima here. Underneath. Oh my gosh. Buddy Saab came out. Didn't get the tackle though. He just slammed into him. Cam says this game is at Lottoland. Yeah, it's a brookie. So right-hand side here for the Warriors. Third tackle, 15 metres out. Here they go. Gets it underneath and taken down 10 metres short. 5 metres short from the line. 4 tackle. Jet tells us, mate, I think you're about 25 seconds behind. No, I'm about 15 seconds behind for you because the stream is behind. The stream is behind 10 metres out. So I'm watching the game live like you are, but just me going to you on YouTube is about 10-15 behind. So fifth tackle here. They put the ball up and chance here for the Warriors. No, easy take by Manly. Trebojevic. Easy take. Member says, sorry, Blaze, another stupid joke from me, Cows. But I don't get this stupid joke thing from you. I don't get why you always say that. It's weird. It's weird. I don't get why you always comment saying stupid joke from me. Cows fans don't have a say in anything anymore. I don't know what's going on. Why are you even saying that? The Chief says, we love the Kiwis Rugby League. We love the All Blacks more because they almost always win. Warriors not even close. No, exactly right. That's a knock on from Manly, I think. Yep, knock on from Manly. So Warriors will get the ball here. But I don't think, even if the Warriors won every year, I still think the All Blacks, I understand what you're saying. But even if the Warriors won every single year, I still think the All Blacks, rugby union is always going to be New Zealand's national sport, if you know what I'm saying. Right? The All Blacks could lose 5 years in a row to the Wallabies, and the Warriors could win 5 premierships in a row. The Kiwis would definitely get behind the Warriors and love the Warriors, but I know that the All Blacks will always mean more. And I'm speaking on behalf of Australia. So, I could be completely wrong. If I'm wrong, Kiwis in the chat, let me know. Shoot me down and tell me I'm completely wrong. But from what I gather, I watch Union, I watch League, I watch all sports. What I gather is that All Blacks will always be number 1, no matter what. No matter how many times the Warriors win. So left-hand side here for the Warriors. They're 30 metres out here. Oh, Tuivasa-Sheck here with a nice little stepper run. Woo! 15 metres out here from the Manly line. 12 metres short here. Second tackle. Set, restart. Don't worry about second tackle. Set, restart here. They might not need it. Taken down. 3 metres short. No, he's still going here. Oh, my goodness me. The Warriors not looking too bad right now. Cameron Jason says, who do you think are the top 2 best teams? Panthers and Storm, easy. Left-hand side here for the Warriors, 15 minutes out. Tuivasa-Sheck, steps on the inside. Steps again. There's a gap opening up for him. Ooh, 1 metre short here from the line for the Warriors. That's going to be, no, he's going to have to get up there. It's a bit of a flop. Second tackle, bad pass. It's going to end up, though. It's going to work out for him. Nicarima, right inside. No, how did they screw this up? How do you screw that up? What? How do you screw that up? How do you screw that up, bro? That is impossible. No, that is scientifically impossible to screw up that try, but the Warriors did it. That is scientifically impossible to screw up that try, and they still did it. How on earth did the Warriors screw that try up? No, it's why didn't Nicarima go for the long pass? You'll find that most halves will kick that ball through there for a little grubber and it'll be an easy try for the Warriors. But I don't know what happened there. Ronnie Jack says, could have been game over. No way, early days. 26-12 with 33 minutes to go is a lot, but it's not game over worthy. Sammy Susan says, talk about Bosch try. Here we go, Manly here. 4 and following upset. Restart as well. Jeez, they love to see that after that. So inside 10 metres will be the call. And on the halfway line, first tackle lever. Manly, left hand side, Cherry Evans. Oh, good pass there, but Brad Parker taken down. 35 metres out here. Chance here. Amon says he should have jumped on it. I just don't understand how that happened just then. I don't understand how that happened. So third tackle here for Manly. 25 metres out. They've got a good chance here to make it a 2-point game if they can. Their attack's not been unbelievable, but Trebojevic obviously with 2 tries already. Jake Trebojevic gets it out to Foran. Foran here gets it out to Tommy. Tommy gets it out to the wing. Morgan Harper. Try time. Morgan Harper. Harper. Try time for Manly. So it is 20-16 here with a kick to come. Morgan Harper puts it over the line. And there we go, guys. Game back on over here. Game on here at Brookvale Oval. And it's going to be 20-16 here with a kick to come. Jet Taylor says, will score, mark my words. Who's we? Manly? Well, if you're talking about Manly, they've already scored, mate. They've already scored. Manly! Daniel Medvedev says, what do you think your Titans need to work on? They normally start off matches really well, but they tend to fall apart in the second half. Mate, we are the Titans. I'll tell you all this right now. The Titans are the number 1 team in the competition for the first 10 to 15 minutes of the game. Number 1! Better than the Panthers, first 10, 15 minutes of the game. They are the best attacker team in buddy ever, the first 10, 15 minutes. They are literally the bottom 2 team for the next 25 minutes of that first half. Literally the bottom 2 team for the next 25 minutes of that first half. So that's what they've got to work on. They've got to work on not completely capitulating after going up 18-0, 22-0. And they kind of stopped it last night. They stopped the slide by scoring a try to prevent the Tigers from coming back when it was 18-0 to 18-12. And they scored to make it 24-12. But, like, that's the thing with the Titans. They are the number 1 team in the competition for 10 to 15 minutes and show the world that the Titans are a very good attacking team. They are a top 4, top 5 attacking team, but they are defensively a bottom 2, bottom 3 defensive team. Jet Taylor says, I'm a Manly fan, and that was said before they scored. But you're dreaming, son. You're dreaming. It's said when I read it. Cameron Jason says, I think Panthers and Eels are the top 2 teams. No. Sammy Susan says, and Manly makes the Warriors pay with a try of their own. Game on. Yeah, it is. Yeah, they do. So Manly, 4 points down right now with a kick to come from the sideline. 7 likes away from 70, by the way, guys. Bang in that thumbs up button. Obviously, happy Mother's Day to everyone out there. Not everyone. If you're a male, then not you. Then again, I can't assume your gender nowadays. But happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there because obviously this is the day you just got to really appreciate your mothers. Quinton Rossetti says, missed the kick. Sammy Susan says, Manly, that's right. Ashton Nelson says, I'll be back. Good on you. All right, so Manly here from the sideline. George Adam Butts said, I don't think Parramatta have really had that much of a test yet. They haven't. They played the Storm in torrential conditions. Bit different. So, 31 minutes to go here. Garrick from the right-hand side. Not the most difficult kick, but he's sort of right-footer going for it from the right-hand side. And he will... he's just... He missed it. He missed it. Amon Tuafe says, if he misses, the New Zealand Warriors will still have the game, surely. Bro, it's only a 4-point game with 30 minutes to go. Like, what? It's only 4 points in it, 30 minutes to go. Long way to go here, my man. Molly and Jack says, Titans vs Panthers 36-30. Jeez, I would love to see it, but David Fafita will probably be out for a game or 2. Harry Jones says, no, you're right, brother. I watch all sports in New Zealand. It's all like crazy, and it's kind of sad, to be honest. My family love 4 games per year, the grand final and 3 Origin games. Yeah, and that's what's crazy about Origin is that, even the New Zealanders and the Kiwis, they love the Origin. But then again, I know a lot of New Zealanders love the rivalry between New Zealand and Tonga, but realistically, Tonga's rival is Samoa. Like, that's the one that we really look forward to. New Zealand's rivalry is with Australian Rugby League. We all know that. Rugby Union, New Zealand's main rivalry is South Africa. Australia's main rivalry is England. But we obviously have a brotherly rivalry in regards to the Bledisloe over here, which is very, very strong, obviously. But I tell you what, right now, I would much prefer to beat England than I would prefer to beat the Kiwis. Sammy Suter says Warriors can still redeem themselves with plenty of time left after that blunder. Yeah, absolutely. The defense in this game has been shocking from both teams. I'm not going to lie to you. The defense from both teams have been shocking in this game. But there's still 30 minutes to go. So fifth tackle here for Manly, 30 minutes out. Cameron Jason says, who do you think is the best defensive team? The Panthers. So fifth tackle here. Cherry Evans, put that ball up here. Here we go underneath. Oh, he's been blocked off a run there. He's absolutely been blocked off a run. It's obviously a penalty. And if I'm Manly, I'm going for 6 because they're down by 4. So penalty here for Manly right in front, 20 metres out, but they won't be going, 10 metres out, sorry. They won't be going for the 2 here. They'll be going for the try. Molly and Jack says, Titans are a good attacking team, but they concede too many points each round. They do. They're a B-grade Rabbitohs team. They are bad defensively, each team. Rabbitohs and Titans are both as bad as each other defensively, but the Rabbitohs have a better attack than the Titans. Even though the Titans are a top 4, top 5 attacking team, the Rabbitohs, for me, are actually arguably number 1 when they're full on. When they've got all their players in, they're number 1 attacking team in the competition. Oh, that's going to be a set restart here for Manly. That's going to be a set restart here. 3 minutes out. So the Titans are a B-grade version of the Rabbitohs, just 2 years short of where the Rabbitohs could be. Just need to improve their defense. But the Rabbitohs are the exact same position defensively. So Manly here, 5 metres short here from the Warriors line. Chance here, second tackle here for Manly. Right-hand side, Cherry Evans underneath, and that's going to be an easy try. Manly, 20-20 here. With a kick to come, and the Manly Seagulls down 20-12 at half-time, make it a 20-20 ball game with a kick from basically in front. Quentin Rutte says knock on. Surely not. Where's the knock on? Where's the knock on here, mate? Where to knock on here? Here we go. We're looking. Ooh. Ooh. That's a tough call. I understand why you say that. I don't think they're going to call it a knock on, though. So they're going to check this. But it's a tough one to overrule. So they've called it a try. So he goes, I would say, that's a tough call here. I don't know if they're going to be calling this a knock on. I think they're going to call this a try. Because we need to see another angle. I understand why Amon is saying it's a knock on. I understand why Warriors fans would say it's a knock on, but I think it's going to be called a try here, lads. I don't know. This is tough. The referee did call a try, mind you. As long as he has his hand touching it, basically, it's a try. This is tough. Oh, man. Has he lost it? I think he loses it, but how do you challenge? How do you overturn? Okay, so they are going to overturn it. They are going to overturn it. So there you go. So it is going to be called a drop ball here. Manly will lose it. I think that's an interesting decision. I think it's the right decision. I do believe he loses control of the ball, and I do believe he loses that. But it also is interesting considering it went up as a try, and he does still technically have his hand on it as it's coming down here. But I will go out of my way to say that I agree with the decision on a tentative basis, though. Tigger says, good call. Yeah, I think it's a good call. On a tentative basis, I think it's a good call. I understand why Manly fans would be like, wait a second. But I still think I think that's the right call. Oh! And then the Warriors lose the ball. And the Warriors lose the ball off their own line. Holy shit. Holy shit. So then Jet tells me I can see both ways of the call. Yeah, exactly right. So the Warriors will lose the ball here 35 minutes out from their own line, and that is not good from Curran. My God. Fight Night Simulation says Manly getting flogged. What? It's 20-16, bro. What? What do you mean Manly getting flogged? It's 20-16 here. They just scored. It was a no try, but now Manly have the ball 35 minutes out, and they're only down by 4. What do you mean Manly getting flogged? Are we watching the same game here, bro? Let me have a look here. Hold on 1 second. I'm just going to have a look down here. So that says 20. That says 20. Take 4 points off from that for the no try. It's 4 points. How Manly getting flogged? Are you watching the same game? Bill Stewart says, can the Bunker rule on 4 passes this year? Apparently, man, we saw it a couple of weeks back. We saw it last week, with the Panthers versus Manly game. And Manly benefited from that call. So right-hand side, Cherry Evans, they just called it a knock-on, basically, bro. They called it a knock-on. They can't rule on 4 passes, but they called it a knock-on. Trebojevic here, 20 minutes out. Sammy says, talk about insult to injury for Manly from no try to losing the ball. So left-hand side here. And Manly here, 10 metres out here from the Warriors line. Second tackle. Jack Sedgwick says, how much longer does the game have? 28 minutes to go, man. Second tackle here. Right-hand side. Jake voice is Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans here. That's it out. Jason Saab. Jason Saab. A little bit further out than where the try was. And Manly with the try. It is 20-20 here with a kick to come from the sideline. But it's going to be a very difficult kick here for a right footer from the right-hand side. But it is 20-20 there. Easy try for the Manly Seagulls. And here we go. Can they take the lead, or will it be a tie game? Just like it was a couple of games ago when they played. It was 12-12. Manly had to kick a field goal to win the game there. Chad says, no drop ball this time. No drop ball this time, my friend. The Manly Seagulls get the nice little try on the right-hand side. Ooh, Cherry Evans. Nice little back pass out of Tommy T. And then Tommy T gets it out to Jason Saab. And Saab, easy days. The center's always going to come in for Tommy T there with the winger coming in as well. And Saab's going to have an easy stroll over the line on the right-hand side. Amon Tuyafe says, no knock on this time, lucky. Yep, exactly right. Mevina says, Blaze, I can see the reflection on the wall. Yeah, man, you'll be able to kind of see it, but you're not going to be able to. You can't watch the game through this. If you can watch the game through this, then buddy, gee whiz, you've broken through in life because that is fantastic. If you can see the game through this reflection, I tell you what, you are fine, mate. See, no one complained about you can't watch the game on these streams anymore because now you can see it. Quinton Rutani says Walsh is coming on. Here we go. Here we go. Reece Walsh for the Warriors will be coming on now. They might be going down here 22-20, but it's exciting for the Warriors. Noah 6 says that's good for the Warriors. Sammy Sue says good for Manly on getting it right this time on the 4-pointer. Jet Teller says a try in 5 straight games. For Jason Saab, yeah, he's very good. He was at the Dragons last year, wasn't he? I think he came from the Dragons. I don't know why they let him go. Amon says we have a good ball player. You do, but in the same sense, Manly's still pretty decent here. 22-20 with a kick to come. Garrett from the sideline. 4 points for that one. Right-hand side. Can Garrett slap this one in and take the lead from as far as he possibly can go? He will. He's going to kill that in. That's a great kick. That is a great kick from Garrick there. It's 22-20 here, Manly. Fantastic kick from the sideline. I did call 26-20 Manly at pre-game, so I'm pretty happy that it's at least around that area. Cameron Jason says, who do you think will win the grand final and who will win the grand final? Panthers and the... I'm actually still going Panthers Rabbitohs. I am. I'm still going Panthers Rabbitohs. I'm not letting one game get too ahead of myself. Sport Record says the Fog is the best goal kicker. The Fog, mate. How is he? How about that bloke? Not only is he the fastest NRL player in the competition, but he's a bloody fantastic goal kicker too. He's a bloody flyer, mate. He is a flyer. He's not maybe not as good as Cameron Munster, but the Fog had a good game last night. So 26 minutes to go here of the game. And, oh, no, it's out the full. Oh, what are you doing, Tommy T? Hello? What are you doing, butter? Butter? Buddy, comprende español. What are you doing, Tom Dragovic? All they need to do is touch the ball and have their foot over the sideline. That's an obvious kick out the full. What are you doing? So instead, it's going to be... Oh, man, you're stupid, brother. Oh, here we go. Tommy Dragovic gets the ball away here. Chance here. Manly on the inside. Jason Saab taken down by Reece Walsh. Saves the game just then. But, geez, Manly are coming now. Third tackle here for Manly, 30 minutes out. I'm still, buddy, thinking about, buddy, Tommy T over there. Reece Walsh slips over. Cherry Evans right-hand side here. Chance here for Manly underneath to Morgan Harper. Harper here. 11 metres short here the line. Fourth tackle for the Seagulls. George Adam Butter says, bro, what was Tommy Turbo doing? I don't know, but he made up for it the next play. Left-hand side here. Cherry Evans gets it over to Kieran Foran. Foran here, 20 metres out. Left-hand side, Tommy T gets it off to Schuster. Schuster here, 10 metres short. Fifth tackle here for Manly. Up by 2. Can they go bang, bang, take the lead? Well, bang, 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 because they've scored 2 tries to get back in this one. Foran here, kicks it through. And that might be a taker. Oh, I don't know what happened there. They're saying that's going to come off. I would actually say that came off Tuivasa-Sheck there because he slaps the ball back into Tuivasa-Sheck. But considering that Tuivasa-Sheck is shadowing the ball out, that would mean that he is playing at it. I would challenge this if I'm Manly. And I think they are challenging this. Because by him shadowing the ball, that means he's playing at it. I know he's not touching it, but he's playing at it by shadowing the ball there, which means that if the ball goes back into him from the Manly player, that would mean that he plays at that, and that would mean that this is a dropout here for Manly. Sammy says, I guess there was too much turbo on that kick going out in the full. Here we go. So, Warriors here, they follow it up. They're also going to look for the penalty back here, by the way. But I think that's all right. I think that's fine down there. But Tuivasa-Sheck shadowing it, and it comes off the Warrior. It comes off Tuivasa-Sheck. I called this. I'm telling you. So it's going to bounce up here, and he will hit it back into him. It's off the Warriors. So that would be a dropout here for the Warriors to Manly. Swag says Roger out of bounds. So this will be a dropout from Warriors to Manly. With 25 minutes to go here, guys, it is 22-20, and Manly going to have a nice little attack here. 2 likes away from 70. Smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. On our way to 10,000 subscribers, where I'm going to give one of you guys, one lucky viewer, subscriber of you guys, a brand new jersey, and they haven't called this. How is that not a dropout to Manly? Sorry? Okay, so Warriors are going to get the ball from the 20-metre line. I disagree with that. They just gave the ball back to the Warriors. Huh? That's bullshit. No, it's Rogers was out of bounds. It's not a Shepherd. No, brother, no. He's playing at that ball to stop that one, so that gets hit. So that basically means that Roger is out of bounds, so he's touching that while he's out of bounds, but he's still playing that ball and shepherding that outside. So he's playing at that ball. That's a terrible call. It's a wrong call. It's a wrong call. It doesn't matter how you argue with that. That's the wrong call. That is literally the wrong call. That is just, the referees don't even know what they're doing. What are you talking about? Like, he literally blocked that play off there, and now Warriors are going to be on the attack. That's fine, but, like, it's the wrong call. So you move on because everyone gets the wrong call from all the time because the referees are shocking. But here we go. Warriors here, put the ball up, knock on. Knock on. Renee says, stop swearing. No. Sammy Sue says, the game is like punch, punch, and counter punch back and forth. Guys, I don't swear much on this channel, but if I swear, I'm going to swear. Like, I couldn't care less. Because I don't swear much. And the swear words that I say is nothing really. Like, it's like bullshit. Or like the Broncos-Titans game last week when I actually was swearing. Like, that was different. But, like, if you're going to tell me not to swear, I'm going to swear more. Because that was a bullshit call. So, first tackle here for Manly. 22 metres out here. Cameron Jordan says, who do you think will win the Dally M? I still haven't... Has Cleary been suspended this year? I can't remember if he got suspended or injured in that first 2 rounds. So, second tackle here for Manly. 40 metres out here from their own line. Up by 2 here still. Aussie Dingo says close game. It is a close game, just like it was a couple of weeks ago when they Manly won 13-12. Georgios Adam Butzer says, do you think Chelsea could win the Champions League? No, they suck. 4th tackle here for Manly, left-hand side, 45 metres out. Cherry Evans out to the left-hand side here. But he should have gotten a penalty this morning. Here we go. Brad Parker taken down, 29 metres out. If anyone doesn't think that was a penalty for Man City, they are dreaming. But Sergio Aguero shouldn't also be taken that in that way. But the other one should have been a penalty. Absolutely goddamn lootly. So 5th tackle here, up top here for the Warriors. Oh, 2 of us are checked. Nice safe hands underneath. King Gallagher said Cleary leads the Dally M currently. Well, there you go. I thought he got suspended in the first 2 rounds or 3 rounds, something like that, didn't he? Or was that last year I'm thinking about? I think it might be last year. If it's not, then Cleary wins it, yeah. Because he was incredible. He was absolutely incredible just the other day against the Sharks. So 3rd tackle of the Warriors, they're getting slapped up here. 4th tackle of the Warriors, they're only 12 metres out from their own line. 12 out from their own line, and they're on 5th tackle, 20 metres out. Wow, wait. Molly and Jack says, sport reactions, no, he'll get bad at Storm. No, he'll get good at Storm. There's no way he'll get bad at Storm. If anything, any player who goes to the Storm will get better, not worse. He's not... Oh, here we go. Jason Saab here. Saab here, steps on the inside. And he'll be 40 metres out here from the attacking line. Sport reactions, you're an idiot, bro. I'm not even going to respond to you. Jalen Charles says, Nathan Cleary should have got it last year. Like, if you're going to try and troll, cool, man, but do a bit better than that. Fight Night Simulation says, Manly just scored 42 unanswered points. 42 unanswered points? What? I mean 42 unanswered points. So 22-20 here with 21 minutes 40 to go here. Of the game. 3rd tackle for Manly, Jake Trbojevic to Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans here, right-hand side. He's going to go behind a couple of plays here, though. I think he'd want to go down here, Cherry Evans. There he goes. 10 metres out here from the line. Kiara Cummings says it will be a close game. Yeah, here we go. Chance here for Manly. 5 metres short. 3 metres short. Chance here, Manly. No, taken down. 1 minute short. 5th tackle. 21 minutes to go. Manly right in front. Right in front, left-hand side, Kieran Foran here to Tommy T. And that's a try! Ruben Garrick for the Seagulls. Manly Seagulls with the try. So it is going to be 26-20. My predicted score at the beginning of the game. It's not going to finish this way. There'll be still more tries in this game. But Manly up 26-20 here with 21 minutes to go. Brilliant pass here. Foran gets it out to Tommy T. And Tommy T gets it out to the left. Tom Trbojevic has had 2 tries and 2 try assists in this game. It's actually ridiculous how good this bloke is. It's actually ridiculous how good this bloke is. Like, it actually is just stupid how good this bloke is. Like, he has had 2 tries in this game and 2 try assists. Like, wow, wait. CSM says Nathan Cleary got a concussion. He missed 1 week. Yeah, but I was thinking about suspension, because concussion means nothing. Suspension means you can't win the Dally M. So Manly with a nice little try there. Great set play, Noah 6 says, and it was a great set play. Manly there. You know, look at the goods to get through there. And look at the Warriors' defense wasn't horrible there. That was just a fantastic, phenomenal, sensational pass from Tommy Trbojevic, which puts him over the line on the left-hand side. So 20 minutes to go. The try has been confirmed. Noah 6 says, the way Nico Hines is going, he could be a starter, to be honest. He could be, but he won't be when Brian Pappenhausen's there. So he'd have to go to another team. And what team is he going to suit? What team is he going to fit? Because the Raiders have a good fullback. The Titans have a good fullback. Cowboys, I guess, maybe. Warriors have their own fullback with Reece Walsh next year. You know, Panthers have Edwards. You wouldn't really change Edwards for Hines. I think that's a sideways swap. You know, Gutherson's pretty happy with the Eels. Dane Laurie is the new Tigers phenomenon. Sharks have Kennedy, who's very good. Dragons, I think Dragons are the only other team because they're looking to get rid of Duffy, who I don't know where he goes. He's a good player. Caleb Ponga at the Knights, obviously. Manly, Tommy T. Bulldogs have no fullback, so I guess Nico Hines could look at a Bulldogs kind of switch. But, you know, that's the only kind of team that I could see him at besides the Storm. So 20 minutes to go, you guys. Thumbs up, subscribe. But Garrick here from the left-hand side. This is an easy kick here for a right footer, but it is still a very difficult kick. And he will... Oh, he missed it. So this is my predicted scoreline right here. No more points, please. No more points, please. This is my predicted scoreline right here, 26-20. Amon Duafi says, if Warriors lose to Manly, I don't think they're going to beat Parramatta. Week by week, man, this doesn't mean you won't beat the next team. Fight Night Simulation says, Coates is going to Storm. Yeah, man. Georges Adam Butzer says, Nico Hines would go to the Dragons, Bulldogs, and the Broncos for me. Broncos are another team. I think actually Broncos could suit. Broncos... Bulldogs and Dragons are the only three teams. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Yeah, Broncos, Dragons, and Bulldogs. But I think if anyone probably... I think the Dogs might... Well, it'd be such a weird... The Dogs are such a weird team for me. Like, they have players, but they also don't. They've got outside backs for next year, but they don't have any halves. Their halves are shit house. They don't have a good fullback. They don't have a good hooker. They don't have a good halves. They don't have a good spine at all. Not one player in their spine is scary for me. So they've got good outside backs like Josh Adokar and Burton, unless you put Burton into the six. And Burton's still a young player who plays well in a very good Panthers team. Like, he goes from the Panthers to the Dogs. Is he going to be as good? I don't think so, because Kottridge was very good at the Raiders, and he's been able to do nothing at the Bulldogs because he has no inside. Oh, that's a bullshit! That is a bullshit try. That is incredible. That is incredible. That is That is an unbelievable try by Manly. That actually is an incredible try by Manly. That is an incredible try by Manly. Jake Trbojevic gets this ball off to Tommy T. Tommy T runs through the line, breaks away. Look at this. Right-hand side. Jake Trbojevic, that pass, that run. Trebojevic down the right side wing. He's got Jason Saab passing that to Saab, and Saab is easily going to score there. Tuivasa-Sheck did all he could, but that is just an unbelievable try by Manly. Reece Walsh unfortunately can't get to that tackle because the Warriors player got suckered in, and Tom Trbojevic is smiling as he's running because he knows it's the try already. He knows he's got Jason Saab on his right wing. He gets the ball out to his winger, and that is a good night Irene play there, and the Manly Seagulls are going to go up by 10 points. Reece Allen says Walsh can't tackle. Well, that's not Walsh's fault. That's not Walsh's fault. Weren't you just bloody hyping Walsh up like 2 seconds ago? That's not Walsh's fault, that try. Walsh was too far outside. That was the inside player who went for the run. I can't remember who was the run. Ollie Couture, who made the run through, and then suckered in the Manly centre, which had Reece Walsh too far out to the left-hand side, and then Tommy T could get through. That wasn't Reece Walsh's fault. Noah 6 says Queensland starting lineup. Brimson, Felt, Callum Pong will get number 1. Brimo will come off the 14. Felt, Catewell, Gagai, Holmes, Munster, Cherry Evans, Papali'i, Marnie, Welsh, Kafusi, Fafita, and Tino. Love to see it. Love to see it. It's a good team. It's a good team. But in the same sense, Callum Ponga should be number 1 and Brimo come off the number 14. Jared Troy says 26-20 scoreline didn't last very long. It didn't, but in the same sense, I don't care because this is better for the Titans. If Manly win this game, it's better for the Titans. George Adam Butzer says Sport Reactions and Xavier Coates as well. Amon Tuafi says Reece Walsh is only 18. He tackles better than some of the players older than him. Well, that wasn't Reece Walsh's fault. I'm just going to say this. It wasn't Reece Walsh's fault. Jamie Robertson says, who's got Tommy in their super coach? Pretty much everyone should have him in their super coach. He's a fantastic player. So 17 minutes to go here. 30-20 is the scoreline from the sideline. Can Manly make it a 32-20 game? Jared Ford says Walsh really struggles with his defensive positioning at times. I don't believe that's his fault there. Good kick. Unbelievable kick from Garrick. So it is 32-20 here. Unbelievable kick. 32-20 here to Manly with 17 minutes to go. But that's not Reece Walsh's fault here. It's not Reece Walsh's fault, that try. He was outside to the left. The player on his inside got suckered in by the incoming runner, the forward. I can't think of his name. I think it's Ollie Couture. And then Tommy T just runs through the line, and Reece Walsh had to jump back because the player on his inside chose to make that play on the right-hand side. That's not Walsh's fault. Malgus says, this is disrespectful being beaten like this on Mother's Day. Well, funnily enough, the Warriors have never lost on Mother's Day before. The Warriors have never lost on Mother's Day before. They've only played 3 times on Mother's Day, but they've never, ever lost on Mother's Day. So this is a a result on Mother's Day that they're not so used to. But I can't see them come back in this game personally. But don't forget, guys, we will be streaming the Dragons versus Dogs game right after this, which should be another little close game. This is a close game still. It's been a good game. I think that Manly have taken it to another level in the second half, but I think the whole game has been pretty enjoyable outside of this. Noah 6 says, keep his pathway team as the Titans. I thought it was the Tigers. Or did we get them back? I think we might have got them back. Keeper used to be Tigers. That's why Benji went there. But left-hand side here. Oh, Brad Parker here. Manly on the inside here. Shooters away. Oh, no. They're going to score again here. Manly going to score again here. Left-hand side. You chose the wrong play, though. Oh, my God. They're still going here. Garrick here. 15 metres out. Right-hand side. Tackled down. But Manly are killing the Warriors right now. They are killing them right now. Jet Taylor says, what a game for Tommy Turbo on his 100th game. Yeah, man. He's playing fantastic. He's playing fantastic. So Cherry Evans here, 20 metres out, 15 metres out, right-hand side. He gets it off to Morgan Harper. Harper's going to score here. Harper's going to score. No, Saab's going to score. No, Saab's going to score. Jason Saab's going to score. Try time for Manly. And it's going to be 36-20 here with a kick to come to Manly from the sideline. This game has gotten out of control really, really quickly. Malcolm says, as a New Zealander, we learn not to bet on the Warriors. As a New Zealander, mate, as in anyone, we learn not to bet on the Warriors. So the Manly Seagulls lead 36-20 here, with a kick to come, and Jason Saab with a quick little double. Actually, he's on a hat trick. No, I think he's got a double. Chad says, I think Manly coach hyped them up. No, I think Manly just have a better team. I simply think Manly have the better team. I've been saying this since pre-season. I thought that the Warriors were massively overhyped, and they are. And I thought the Manly were going to sneak. I think I put them in 9th. I probably have them in the 8 with the Raiders and Titans. In that, like I say, guys, if I say that, I'm talking about 6, 7, and 8. I don't care about 1 through 2, 3, 4, 5 because those teams are locked in. It's the 6, 7, and 8 that we all are confused about. For me, right now, I have Titans, Warriors, and Titans, Manly, and the Raiders, with the Warriors around that point, Knights around that point. But I still think the Knights long term aren't better than the Raiders overall. But the Raiders are pretty shithouse right now, so I could be wrong there. I think I'm just still backing in that they find something at some point. But if the Raiders don't win next week or the week after, then I'll definitely be putting the Knights in instead. Noah 6 says, keep his pathway team as the Titans. Yeah, it is maybe nowadays, but it used to be the Tigers. JB Robertson says, great comeback from the Eagles. Yeah, it was. Half-time, 20-12 down. Yeah, it was. Malcolm says, Warriors needed this win. Got some strong teams coming up. Yeah, Warriors did need this win. Both teams need this win. This is a good result for the Titans because now we minimum stay in 7th this week. Actually, because I think Manly's for and against is still pretty bad. I think Manly's for and against is still pretty bad here. Let me have a look. So, even with this, I think this is live ladder, isn't it? No, it's not live ladder. So Manly's for and against is -63. Titans is -1. So yeah. So no matter what, the Titans would stay in 7th. But if the Dragons lost by 5 points today, the Titans would go above the Dragons. So gee whiz, I'm really looking forward to this next game too, because this is the perfect result for us right now. Sammy says, good thing Super Rugby is the next best thing whenever the Warriors fall flat. Oh, I can't wait next week. I think it's next week, the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman, and I will be streaming those games. So 15 minutes to go here of the game. It is 36-20 with a kick to come. Make it 18 points. And we will see him. Oh, it's coming back off the post. But we'll stay at a 16-point deficit. Fight Night Simulation says Titans, ? Laughing. Why are we laughing? We had a good win yesterday. I'm not too sure what's the funny part. They're currently in 7th place right now and have the ability to be in 6th at the end of this round. So, well and good to be funny, but after 3 losses in a row, they stayed in 8th place, have moved up to 7th place now, and could be in 6th if the Dragons lose to the Dogs. So, okay. So 14.5 minutes to go here of the game. 5 out of 7 completions in the second half of the Warriors. 10 out of 13 for Manly. Jeez, that is not good stat line at all for the Warriors. Eamon Tuafi says, if Manly win this, it will give them a massive boost on the leaderboard. Yeah, I think that puts them in 9th. Or they could jump. No, they wouldn't jump by the Warriors. I think the Warriors have better for and against regardless. of what happens in this game. Then again, 16 points. It'll obviously be a 36-point switcheroo. Second tackle even Manly, 30 metres out here from their own line. Sammy Suter says another classic game of 2 halves. No wonder the Warriors look ordinary in the second half after leading at halftime. Yeah, they did this last week, actually. They were very good in the first half against the Cowboys and fell apart in the second half. Trebojevic gets that to Saab. Saab here, 50 metres out. And he's still going here, but taken down 45 metres out. Georgios Adam Butson says Tommy Turbo will get a hat-trick, mark my words. Maybe. I wouldn't put it out of it. But Manly here, 40 metres out now. Amon Tuafi says the Warriors will get a massive boost down the ladder. No, they won't. They'll still, I think they go to 9th maybe, or I think they stay 8th. I think they stay 8th regardless because of for and against wise. I'm pretty certain. So right-hand side here for the Warriors, they're 10 metres out. I don't think Manly can jump the Warriors, and I think Warriors will stay in 8th. The only team that jumps the Warriors this week is the Titans. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. Mackenzie says, hello, Mackenzie. So Warriors here. Wow, slap back to about 25 metres out from their own line. Carmaver says, is Brett Morris the best winger of all time, or at least this up there, Blaze? Best winger in the NRL era. He's one of the better wingers of all time, but he's the best winger of the NRL era, in my personal opinion. Jared Troy says, Manly got belted by 40 points in a few games when Turbo was missing. That's exactly right. They are a one-team player. They are a one-player team. So 12 minutes 50. If Turbo wasn't there, they wouldn't be winning as many games as they are, but they still are. So with Trbojevic there, they have the, in my opinion, best fullback in the game. So second tackle here for the Warriors. They're 40 metres out here from the Manly line. Left-hand side here for the Warriors. Can they score? They could still technically be back in this game if they score this try right now. Make it a 10-point game with about 10, 11 minutes to go. There would be plenty of time. There'll be plenty of time. Here we go. Chance here. Warriors. 4th tackle. 13 metres out. Aim on to up. He says, while Warriors play good in the last 10 minutes. There's still a chance if they can score. Reece Walsh. Oh my God, it's a great pass. And that should be a try here for Mamalo. Oh, good tackle by Tom Trbojevic. He's been absolutely unbelievable. Tom Trbojevic has just saved the try. He's been absolutely incredible. So right-hand side here. He's going to go down. That's going to be a try, maybe. I don't know. The ball's gone everywhere here. The ball has gone everywhere here. So it's going to be knock on they're going to call here from Manly or Warriors. I'm not too sure. Someone knocks it on. Probably both teams knock this on. Sammy says, so basically Manly is useless without Tommy. Ironic. Yeah, absolutely. So 5th tackle, they put the ball up with the Warriors. If this is a try, it's game on. Jared Troy says that's why their points differential is not good at the moment. Yep. All right, so up it goes. It's not gone by... Oh, that's gone backwards, technically. What? Oh, so it's going to be a penalty to the Warriors. So Warriors will, no matter what, get a penalty here. No matter what, the Warriors will get a penalty because Kieran Foran obviously shepherds him there. It goes back, then it goes knock on there from the Manly. I think this is going to be a try. He didn't touch that there. He doesn't touch that, so this could be a try here for Chanel Harris-Tavita. They haven't touched that there. It's only touched the Manly here. This could honestly be, man, you guys have to do better than that, man. If you want to get me angry or try troll me, you're going to have to do a lot better than that after a win last night, man. Like, come on, brother. Like, a lot better than Titans are going to lose next week, I'm lucky. Yeah, you got me, bro. So Warriors here, seeing if they can... they put this ball down. Manly, drop it. It's gone off Manly. Still hasn't touched the Warriors' hand. Harris-Tavita will. Try time. That's a try for the Warriors. Brad Parker does not ground the ball. Kingo says Latrella, Walker, or the whole South team of grubs. Oh no, Parker does actually put his hand first on there. Parker may actually put his hand first there. Brandon Westling, I only stream A-League games during the weekdays. So 5th tackle here. I'm pretty certain the Parker gets his fingertips to this first. There's no grounding by Parker. It's still going. We're still waiting here. This is taking a long time. I think they're going to give this a try. Cameron says, geez, there has been some very high-scoring games this round. There has been, yeah. I think Parker puts his hand down first. No, well, the Warriors put their hand down first. No. It's a try. So it's going to be 36-24 with a kick to come. However, there's still 12 minutes to go here, lads. There's still 12 minutes to go. So it's going to be a try here for the Warriors, I believe. So we're waiting now. Decision pending. Try time. So it is a try time, Chanel Harris-Tavita. So 36-24, 12-point game with a kick to come. Pretty easy kick. Should be a 10-point game. There's only 12 minutes left, so there's still time. There is still time. Noah 6 says Tigers did score 3 in the last 10. No, they didn't. They did, but no, they didn't. Please. So 11 minutes 40 to go here of the game. That ref really got a real push on going for them in that last 10 minutes there. Even Tigers fans of the game were just like, holy shit, this is bad. The Tigers fans of the game that were around us are just like, what the shit? They were just getting gifted shit in that last 10 minutes. But the game was already over. I was never worried at any stage in that second half. First half, I was worried. We were up 18-0 and it came back to 18-12. But second half, I wasn't worried at any stage. Sammy Sue says, worth seeing the Warriors pull a rabbit out of a hat here if they can. Yeah, it'd be awesome to see. Sport Rangers Blaze, the Warriors should win. Troll. A1 Tuafi says, hopefully Warriors do a massive improvement like what they did to the Raiders. Yeah, you'd like to see it, but the Raiders game, they literally won on the back of the Raiders having one player on the bench for 70 minutes. They were exhausted at the end of that game. The Warriors had a full bench for 80 minutes. The Raiders had one player on the bench for 70 minutes. That's why the Warriors came back in that game. The Raiders were up big when they had players that were fit and healthy and raring to go. Sport Action says Zach Senny let the fame go to his head. I just think that unfortunately, yeah, he was a little bit inexperienced last night and had a lot of ball put up to him, and he dropped a lot of ball. He was pretty poor in that first half. Chad says Manly please just score again or hold off. So third tackle here for the Warriors. They're 30 metres out here from their own line. Cameron James says, who do you think the biggest scrub in the NRL is? You. Third tackle here for the Warriors. 35 metres out even their own line. Here we go. Chance here. Harris Davida taken down. 43 metres short. They're not past the halfway line yet, though. Fourth tackle. Need to be doing a lot more movement than what they're doing right now. They just need to be throwing the ball around. I know there's still 11 minutes to go. They've still got plenty of time. But Cust will come on here for Olakau'atu. And the Warriors 45 metres out. Fifth tackle. Curran. Reece Walsh. Walsh here. Puts it up. Oh, that's going to be charged down. So that's going to be set of 6. That's going to be set restart here, isn't it? Huh? Isn't that going to be set restart here? It's going back here for the Warriors. Wasn't that technically played at? Because if you're charging that down, isn't that technically played at? Which means that when the ball comes down here, or did that not touch him? Was that just a bad kick from Reece Walsh? I don't even know if that touched the Manly player. Georgios Arambatsis says, I hope Zach Senny should take this as a lesson and become a better player from it. I think Senny can be a good player, but I think that, yes, obviously he came in thinking he was a bit better than he was last night. King Governor says it's his second game. I'm not doubting him, but Senny had a shocker. Senny was shocking. Senny was really bad last night, yeah. He was really, really bad. So second tackle here. But look, he did get thrown into the fire. Hold on 1 second here. Manly right-hand side. Oh, good tackle by Mamalo and Morgan Harper. Wow. That's a penalty against the Warriors, surely. That's got to be a penalty against the Warriors there. How was that not a penalty? Fourth tackle for Manly. 25 minutes out here from the line. 10 minutes to go here, guys. Fourth tackle for Manly. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here on our grind to 10,000 subscribers. We're getting close, and that's going to be a knock-on from Manly. Knock-on from Manly. Otherwise, it would have been a hat-trick for Trbojevic too. It would have been a hat-trick for Trbojevic too, but unfortunately it will be a knock-on from Manly, and that will be Warriors ball here. Marcus Preston says, who do you want to win? I'm a Titans fan, my dude, so Manly winning is probably better for us. But in the same sense, I don't really care. Like, they're both around the same area, man. Like, they're both around the... what is he doing there? He's an idiot. What is that bloke doing? Why would you do that? Manly, what are you doing? Georges Adam Butts says, bruh, being a Tigers fan is the most stressful thing. Man, being a Titans fan is also the most stressful thing. Don't you worry. We know exactly how you feel. We know exactly how you feel. So, right-hand side here, don't bloody talk as if we haven't had a worse last 10 years than you. Yes, we made the finals once and got knocked out first week. Dodgy, but got knocked out first week. But we still won 2 spoons in the last 10 years. So, you know, yes, I understand how it feels to be a Tigers fan. Second tackle here, left-hand side. The only 4 teams that I can that understand being shit on a consistent basis is Titans, Parramatta, Warriors, and what's it called? Chance here, no, taken down there at the halfway point, and also your Tigers. But that's gonna be a knock on here from the Warriors, and that will be Manly's ball here at the halfway point. Marcus Preston says, which is faster, Turbo from Manly or Josh from Storm? Oh, Josh had a car from Storm. It's faster than Turbo. Ooh, nah, it's a loose carry. It's a loose carry. It's a loose carry. It's a loose carry. Alexander Jones says, listening to your stream while watching Sydney Kings game with TV. How's the Sydney Kings game going? But appreciate if you're tuning into the stream, my dude. But a 10-point game is still game on, but Manly have the ball now, so it's going to be a lot more difficult. A lot more difficult. Georges Adam Barter says, I'm not saying that it's not hard being a Gold Coast fan, but I'm just sick of my team being trash. No, absolutely, I agree with you. I understand what you're saying. Cameron Jason said you talk a lot of shit, mate. Well, you don't need to watch if you don't want to, man. Like, that's your choice. If you want to go and, watch somebody else's stream, that's all good, man. That's up to you, because if you think I talk a lot of shit, well, welcome to the stream. So 8 minutes to go here with 35 meters out here from the Warriors line. Second tackle. Malcolm says, Warriors fans like to think Warriors better than they are. Yeah, they do. They do. But in the same sense, like, you got to have hope, man. You got to have belief and you got to have hope. As bad as you are, you still got to just keep your head up and keep crying and keep supporting the team, which is what I've done with the Titans for the last 10 years. We've been shit out since 2011. Very good up until 2010, and then 2011 we fell apart. So, it's difficult, but in the same sense, even when you're shit house, you're just going to believe. Geez, he got slapped in the head there, but I think it's a fine tackle. Oh, wait, hold on. That wasn't fine, though. So I think that's fine there, but they're just going to have a look at this knee going into his head here. Nah, that doesn't touch. That's all right. The knee was down the side of his head. That's fine. That tackle was fine. There's nothing in that. There's nothing in that. There's no way it's a penalty. There's no way it's a penalty. What are the referees talking about here? No way. He doesn't even touch him here. No way. No, this is a bad call. How are you going to give a penalty for this, but you didn't give a penalty for the other one? How are you going to give a penalty for this, but not give a penalty for Dylan Brown coming in and literally puncturing someone's lung? You literally didn't give a penalty for someone puncturing someone's lung with having knees going into the side of a player, but you're going to give a penalty for someone literally missing his knee on the head, missing it completely. How are you giving this? Cameron Jason, why are you crying, dude? I'll catch you later, bro. Actually, I'll just hide you from the channel. I'll catch you later, bro. It's like, why are you crying? Like, it takes me 2 seconds to say, see ya. And they're going to say it's a shoulder to the head. They're going to say it's a shoulder to the head. The referees don't know what they're doing, Buzz. So it's going to be a penalty in a Manly. How is this a penalty to Manly? How is this a penalty to Manly? This makes no sense. Santos Sanders says, Ken Mamala playing? Yeah, Mamala's playing. Like, how? This is the state of the NRL. How do you not give a penalty try to the Roosters for a blatant, deliberate, intentional act of harm, and they didn't even get on a report for 20 minutes against Dylan Brown, and then you give a penalty for this one, and it's going to basically make it a 12-point game? I just don't get it. Plex says, how long left? 7.5 minutes to go. Melvin says, refs want to wrap all players on bubble wrap. No, that doesn't make sense. We saw a player literally go to hospital halfway through the game while Dylan Brown got to stay out for the second half and score the ultimately winning try, in my opinion. And yet this happens, he misses him completely, and they're going to call it a penalty, and Manly are going to go by 12. Alan Davis says, do you think Panthers can go? I don't even argue, bro. Eels fans know what happened in that game. Alan Davis says, do you think Panthers can go undefeated all season? No. They'll lose at some stage, whether it be the Rabbitohs or the Eels or the Storm or another team where they should have beaten. They'll lose at some stage. Manly here will make it a 12-point game. So it is 38-26 here. With 6 minutes to go here of the game. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already, and subscribe if you are new around here. We will be streaming the Eels versus the Bulldogs game Dragons versus Bulldogs game right after this, guys. So obviously get ready for that one because that'll be a good game between two pretty average teams, but still a good game. But 38-26 is the score here. Warriors need to go for the short kickoff and score quickly. Santos says, any chance of Ken Mamala making a try? Well, they need him to right now. They need him to. I don't think so. There's only 6 minutes left, but they need him to. So, if the Warriors can score a try, that would be the guy they'd be looking for. But here we go. Chance here. Goes up. Knocked back. Knocked forward. Knocked what? Something. Anything. And knock on for Manly, they're calling. Wowee. Manly don't have a challenge either, mind you. I think that's a bullshit call there. So they get a bullshit call to Manly just then, but I think this is a bullshit call against Manly now. So it's gone backwards. I guess. I can understand it. I can understand it. Sport says Manly fans are bogan. You'll find that Manly fans they can be bogan at the game, in the same sense they're not the most bogan. I'm not going to get into who are, but there is a clear and out winner in the NRL. So 5.5 minutes to go here. When you go to away games, you see real. Oh, NRL here. Nice little step on the inside there. Okay, Warriors need to score in this set. So 5.5 minutes to go here of the game. 22 metres out here from the line. The Warriors here. 13 metres short here. Second tackle. Brendan Westling says, watch this as big a joke as Dylan Brown only caught 3 to 4 weeks for his incident. I know it's stupid. The Warriors here. Right hand side. Chance here. Tohu Harris offloads and Reece Walsh. Try time Reece Walsh. With 5 minutes to go here, the Warriors are coming back. So it's going to be 38-30 here with a kick to come, and they're right near the post. 5 minutes to go. The comeback is potentially on here. Cam Abbott is not that one either. Marcus Preston says, my favourite player for the Titans. So feeder. Good stuff, man. But Reece Walsh is going to put the ball over the line there. Really strong play there by the rookie. And they need to score that set. And now it's 38-30 with a kick to come. They need to kick this, though. But they're very close to the line. He should be kicking this. So it's a 6-point ball game here. Wowee. Chad says, Manly, please don't choke this. Manly got to go for a field goal next. Manly won't have the ball. The ball will be kicked off to the Warriors here. Jared Choi says, I missed the cheerleaders. Sad they're not around anymore. I know. Maybe, Carol. 4.5 minutes to go here of the second half. It is 38-30. But can NRL, you need to be quicker, brother. You need to be quicker. Here, man. You're going to be quicker kicking this ball. And he will slap it through. There you go. So it is a 6-point game. 38-32. High-scoring game, this one. 4 minutes to go of the game, guys. 4 minutes to go of the game. The Warriors have a chance to tie this game up. They were up 20-12 at halftime, then went down 38-20, and now it is 38-32 here with 4 minutes to go, and the Warriors will get the ball. And Noah 6 says this is a high-scoring match. Sammy Susan says last chance Warriors them. They'll still get the ball 2 times, in my opinion. The clock has stopped. It was 4 minutes and 6 seconds. Sport Reaction says Manly scored 3 tries in 5 minutes. Yeah, I know they had a really red-hot part this second half around that 60th minute mark, 55 to 65 minute mark. But, geez, the Warriors are flying right now, and they're only 6 points down. Eamon Twaffy says the Warriors can score this will be the best game I've ever watched. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. This is a very bad defensive game, but it's a good attacking game, I guess. But best game I've ever watched, jeez. This wouldn't even be lacing the boots of that Roosters-Tigers 2010 game. But a good game nonetheless. Good, one of the better games this year anyway. So for me, even this right now is one of the better games of the year. I still enjoyed this game really, really well. So Warriors here with the ball. 15 minutes out here from their own line. 4 minutes to go here, guys. 4 minutes to go. Cam Matter says, yep, I get your notes the same when I went to a certain ground in round 2, similar to where you went recently. Second tackle here, 25 meters out. Like, they weren't bad, but I've been there over time, and they can be. So Warriors here, right-hand side, Tuivasa-Sheck gets it out to the 40-meter line, third tackle. Not doing too bad here, but Four and Schuster will take him back a few meters. William Stanley says, AFB playing? No, Fanil Blake is not playing. He's out for still a few more weeks. So Warriors here, they're going to be at the halfway point on 4th tackle. Need to be throwing the ball around a little bit more, though. Can't be just running this ball up the straight and center. Need to be moving this ball around. Harris Savita, right-hand side here. Chance here for the Warriors. Chance here for the Warriors. They're out on the right-hand side. It's still going here. 15, 25 minutes out here. 25 minutes out. 5th tackle for the Warriors. They're all offside here, Manly, but they're not going to call it. But Harris Savita's going to put this ball up here. Chance for the Warriors to tie the game. Saab. Unbelievable. Oh, Saab's away here. Oh, my God. It's a great tackle, but a great take there by Saab to save the game. Warriors will still get the ball at least one more time. Oh, a knock on maybe? No, close to a knock on there. So Manly with the ball here. They're going to be 25 minutes out coming out of their own line. Chad says, come on, Manly. Mackenzie Porter says, let's go, Manly, let's go. Lucas Sharma says, please, Manly, I bet them. Well, second tackle here for Manly. They're 35 minutes out from their own line. Good game we got here, though. Only 6 points in it. The Warriors will probably still get at least one set, maybe one set and 2 tackles, or one set, 1 tackle, depending on how that set goes. Jordan Arden Butter says, don't remind me of that horrible Tigers and Roosters game. That was the best game I've ever watched in my life. 4th tackle, right-hand side, Tommy Trbojevic. I know you're a Tigers fan, but still, don't even claim that's a high tackle there against Curran. 5th tackle, Liv Manly, right-hand side, Cherry Evans is going to boot that ball right down to the corner, but he's going to kick it. It's going to be a 7-tackle set. You're an idiot, brother. If that stays in, that's ridiculous. A 7-tackle set, that's a terrible kick by Cherry Evans. Bro, what are you doing, bro? Cherry Evans, what are you doing? As if you would kick that ball out for a 7-tackle set, that's the worst thing you possibly could have done there. It may as well have gone for a field goal at that rate. Like, what are you doing, brother? As if you would kick that for a 7-tackle set. So Warriors here, 40 metres out here from their own line. They need to go the length of the field, but first tackle here. They're on the 40-metre line on their own side with a whole bloody set to go here. Ends the attack and a half here. Good little run there by the Warriors. 45 metres out here from the Manly line. Second tackle here. A minute and a half to go of the game. Left-hand side. They just try and tie the game up, though. They're not trying to win it right now. They're trying to tie the game up. It's going to be Reece Walsh who gets off to Tuivasa-Sheck. Tuivasa-Sheck still going here. 30 metres out. And slammed down there. Slammed down by Manly. So 1.5 minutes to go here. Third tackle for the Warriors. 35 minutes out. Left-hand side. NRL gets it off. Underneath here to Tohu Harris. Tohu Harris still going here. Trying to get the offload away. 4th tackle. 1 minute 15 to go here of the game. They've still got 2 tackles remaining. Right-hand side here. NRL gets it off to Tuivasa-Sheck. Tuivasa-Sheck underneath. That's a great pass. It's going to be 15 minutes out. Close to a full pass, but it won't be. It'll be flat. 5th tackle here for the Warriors. 5th tackle here. Left-hand side. Here we go, chance here. He puts it up. This is the final play of the game, basically. It's going to be hit back. Warriors have a chance here. Warriors have a chance here. Reece Walsh. It's going to be Mamalo. Mamalo. Oh, he's been tackled out. That's an unbelievable try. 7 tackle by Jason Saab, and Manly win the game. That should have been a try. That should have been the try there. Jason Saab saves the game. Oh my God, what a game we just witnessed. That was incredible. Manly are going to win the game after Jason Saab has saved the game with a last-ditch try saver. That is incredible play there by Jason Saab. Wowee. I thought that was a try for sure. Reece Walsh to Mamalo. Oh my goodness me. Guys, hit that thumbs up button for what a fantastic game this has been. Go down there, smack that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. But Manly are going to be doing the Eagle Rock today, and they are going to get a win. Unless this scrum here messes up. Chad says he's a beast. So Manly here, 28 seconds to go. All they need to do is hold this ball. 26 seconds left here. Chad says he's a beast. Jared Ford says, let's go Warriors. That was so close. Sammy Sid says, try saver indeed. I thought it was a try. When they were getting that ball out to the left-hand side, I thought it was a try. William Stanley says, Saab, he's not happy. He's not happy. So third tackle here for Manly. They're 25 minutes out, but that's going to be the game, guys. That is going to be the game, and that was a fantastic game. Two very good games between these two teams, but that will be the finisher at 38-32 to Manly. Wow, wow-wee. Warriors were up 20-12 at halftime, but lose the game 38-32, but did come back when they were down 38-20. But there we go. That'll be it, guys. But anyway, I'm going to jump off because we're going to jump on for that the Dragons and Dogs game right after this, guys. If you're not subscribed yet, go down there, hit that subscribe button. Thumbs up, obviously. But I'll see you guys in literally like 5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes for the next game, which is the Dragons and the Bulldogs. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.